2, 1, start.
Yo, people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for Battle of the North. Back again, another weekly episode. And you must be wondering, where is the fourth individual? This guy is Lateness is greatness, taking it to another level, honestly. And we just decided, you know what? We're just going to just start without him. He's in the background currently with his OBS, trying to frantically get it all together at the last minute, just like his club. But I'm not going to let him get away with it. I'm just going to start without him, because I feel like it's about time he stopped trying to lie that he's always on time. It's about time that he had to face the music. And today, there's nowhere to run. But until he manages to figure out his camera settings, I don't know what's going on over there. Mr. Take Note, Sarcasm City TV. Flawless in the building. How you doing, brother? Talk to me.
I'm blessed, man. Always good to be here. Big up for having me, Matisse. Big up to Daps. Big up to Husam when he finally sorts out his technical issues. I'll large up the chat as well. But yeah, man, I'm all good. No complaints as always. And like I say all the time, I always look forward to this show. Every Monday, I'm like, this show is always good. All the time.
I just want to leave him there because I don't want him to pretend. Because now
I was going to say, he will come on and say, I've been waiting in the background.
I've been waiting. No. Just to be clear, he is not ready, as you can see. OBS. So I'm just going to leave him there in the corner, just so you can see that this is not a fugazi. Never a foul, two-footed tackles. The Sharks are swimming.
Why are you guys lying? Why are you guys lying?
Excuse me, sir. I'm introducing the panel. Could you just wait a second? Do you mind?
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Daps in the building. Talk to me, sir. How you doing, sir? You good?
I'm good, man. The sharks are swimming. The lions are waiting. And you know what? When there's sharks swimming or lions behind you, you don't want to slip up. You do not want to slip up. So I'm good, man. I'm very good. Had a couple of days off. And yeah, it's nice to do this today where I haven't been at work all day. So I'm a bit more ready for it. And we do have to talk on your club, Matisse, today as well, by the way.
Do we? I mean, it's every week, but okay. We'll see about that, you know? Because last time I checked, Wolves are in the Midlands. But anyway. Rapper, trapper, booty, fucking clapper, big, delicious, big cherry. How are we doing today, sir? Bottom right.
Is this like a real intro now?
Yes, you're going to get... That's the intro. That's the intro you get when you're late. And if you want the other one, which is the one I really like, which is a nice one, you can get that when you're actually with us. That one you're getting today.
Guys, you know, it's Ramadan once again. So I use that as an excuse till the end of the month. I broke my fast. I made my water. I made my coffee, you know, and I got ready. Apologies for being late. I even left my space. So my co-pilots are running.
We heard. We were listening backstage.
Yeah. Was I speaking? Be honest. Was I speaking?
Was I talking?
Yeah, I wasn't talking, so I wasn't there. My co-pilots were running the space. So big up to you guys. Make sure you slap the like button. Big up, subscribe to Matisse channel. Big up everyone on the panel as well. Today, I walk into this stream a hero for these three panelists because, you know.
You did your job, bro.
I will say
I took
for those two.
What? Apologies on the short, but standing ovation.
Appreciate you, brother.
Flawless. Hello, flawless.
Flawless.
You didn't do nothing for me. What did you do for me?
There you go. There you are.
What did you do for me? Enlighten me. What did you do for me?
Typical flawless behavior right there. Typical.
How is it typical? Yeah, typical Husam behavior.
You've always got to do this. You've always got to do this. Like, hey, I'm flawless and I'm different. Look at me.
No, it says you. That's you. You know what I'm saying? That you with
why didn't you stand up?
Logic. What did you do for me? I asked you a question, my brother.
Do you want Arsenal to win the league?
I don't want Arsenal to win the league.
Yeah, did I not take 2 points from them?
I don't want Manchester City to win the league either. So what did you do for me?
But you want them to win the league less.
No, I don't. It's not a less. I can't stand either of them. I do not win in this situation.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay,
I hear
then.
you.
Yeah. Hold that.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
a
I'm
fair
saying?
point.
This guy
That's a
talking
fair
rubbish.
point.
Yeah, no, I've been saying this for the longest, but again, you don't listen. But we move.
Okay, relax, bro. Why are you on smoke already? We just started. Calm down.
Because you already talking rubbish 4 minutes into the
I'm
show.
not talking rubbish. I was
You
just
are
waiting for
talking
the
rubbish
ovation.
because you know this. How can Matisse and Daps know it, but you don't know it, and you're here every week?
So guys,
you know my
does
thoughts on this.
Flawless not want Arsenal to win the league like less than he wants City to win the league?
I hate them both. I don't want either of them to
Well,
win.
he
I
the
did
thought
league.
you
I lose
hated
either way.
Arsenal more.
He did
I do-
promise me that
okay.
Arsenal wouldn't win it. That's all I have.
Yeah,
to
you
say.
said you
I
hate
did.
Arsenal more.
No. I do hate Arsenal more, but that doesn't mean I
Yeah,
want
there
City
you are
to
then.
win
So
the
I
league.
have done something
No,
for
he
you.
hasn't. No, because I don't want City to win the league either. I lose either way, my brother. What don't you understand about that? There's
Let me ask you a
nothing good for
question,
this.
genuinely.
Go
If
on.
Tottenham were in a title race with any of the other top 5 sides, would you prefer them to win the league over them?
Tottenham, yeah, because I have nothing against Tottenham.
Okay, fair enough. I hear you.
I have nothing against Tottenham. I don't really have anything against Chelsea either. But the others, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, I appreciate your good work, Husam. You promised me you was going to take
so do
something
I.
from them. Oh, and you did. And you did it in dramatic fashion. I nearly had a heart attack watching that. I'm sure you did. We were just
What are you
talking
doing? A
about...
watch along?
Yes, of course, brother. Of course. I
Liverpool
will be
Arsenal
there.
games never disappoint.
Yes,
Never.
of course. I was there no matter what. I was there early, brother. I think I started my stream before you.
No, but I have a problem with that.
But talk to me, man. I mean, there's only one place to start, right? Surely at your game. Headline of the weekend, headline act. You guys wanted to scare us at the first half an hour, give them a head start. You wanted to cause me great displeasure, great discomfort, but you managed to rein it back in. Fair enough. Fantastic. How do you feel about it, bro? About the performance?
I think for me, all jokes aside, I take away from that performance a lot more than I take away just the result or like what we did to Arsenal or what we didn't do to Arsenal, blah, blah, blah. I take away the thing that I've actually had in my head for a while now, which is, me and Flawless have had this conversation, funnily enough. The idea that Liverpool's like under Klopp are just fully done, I think has been debunked in the second half. We saw Liverpool in that second half go back to them 18, 19, 19, 20 level Liverpool performances. Like we had Arsenal boxed into their own half. We created, apparently our XG was almost 5. Like we should have had 5 goals. Your
XG was higher than when you beat United 7-0.
Yeah, it was unreal. That second half performance for me, when I'm speaking to the Liverpool fans, like post game on the spaces on YouTube, whatever, people are just saying what I thought as well, which is like, whoa, that second half, like we low-key haven't seen that like all year long. That second half really was special because it did bring back like the good memories of when we were actually like really good and we won every week. And in that second half, we just boxed them into their own box. We created unbelievable amounts of chances. We probably should have won the game. 100% we should have won the game. But for me, I know I sound like a 78-year-old English manager, but I really am just proud of the performance because I know overall we didn't get the 3 points. But here's the thing. Klopp comes out after the Chelsea game, starts talking about Conference League and Europa League. He's even given up on the top 4 race. So in reality, there really is nothing for us to fight for anymore. So we're just vibing from now to the end of the season. But that performance in the second half was absolutely unbelievable. We genuinely bodied them. I'm so happy. Matisse has Trent on the thumbnail today because Trent for me in that second half turned into an absolute demon in that second half. He just turned it on like I haven't seen him turn him on that level maybe from the start of the season, to be honest with you. And Arsenal fans, I know we have Arsenal fans watching this show. I just want to tell you, if there is one guy you want to blame for this result, look no further than your vice captain, man like Granit Xhaka. Because let me tell you what happened in that game and let's cut the crap here. Liverpool started like they always do. Nonchalant, careless, couldn't care less about the game, no motivation to run, just didn't give a shit overall, to be honest with you. And then Xhaka got the whole Anfield upset, got the whole stadium angry, got the 11 players mad. And the reason why they should have learned is they did the same thing last season. Last season, the same exact thing they did, but it was Arteta who got the crowd riled up. The scoreline was 0-0, and we were just kind of passengers in that game as well. And then Arteta pissed us off and we scored 4. I mean, for me personally, second half is such a exciting way to show us that the future is not really darkness if we get this summer right. I really fully believe if we do get this summer right, that we'll be back to competing for the league title. I just think.
Hey, slow down there, buddy. Slow down.
I fully believe this. I think
because I want to respond to that.
You take out Henderson, you take out Curtis Jones, you take out the players that have like.
Game, bro.
Henderson was good yesterday.
Can you just relax?
Let him land. This will be good.
I'm talking overall this season. You take out Henderson.
He really wants to be cooked.
You cannot cook me. You take out Curtis Jones, you take out all the other players. You put in a Jude, you put in a McAllister, you put in a Lavia, you put in a whoever, we've been linked with from the players, even a Matisse Nunes. And suddenly that takes us up a level. And in that second half, it showed me that these players have genuinely just gave up on this season. I just think they have zero motivation for the season. They're mentally fatigued. And I think you replace a couple of players, 3, 4, 5 players in this team, and we go back to competing at the top level. That's what the second half showed me most of all, to be honest with you. And Trent is elite. Make no mistake. That second half performance, Trent, Lord have mercy. Some of them passes he was playing. He sends Zinchenko to the bench crying. Zinchenko loves a cry, doesn't he? Like he just cries randomly. I feel like it's
because he knows it was a bad. He knows it was a bad mistake. That's why he knows. That's what that is. That's why Zinchenko was crying.
I hear you, but he still cried too much as well.
I want to take this one step at a time because I want to talk about Zinchenko and I want to ask Daps about him because Daps had him at his club for many years, right? But let's start with Trent. Trent in the opening 60 minutes got destroyed by Martinelli, and then credit to Klopp. This is where Klopp needs his credit. He inverted him. And I said it on 5. And I said it quite a few times. I've asked the question a lot of times. And I've kind of asked the question, not being fully confident with chest. But I've just said, when can we see Trent in midfield? I've said it in Big 6. I've said it on 5. I've said it here. I've said it everywhere I've gone. Just quietly. Can we see Trent in midfield? Maybe invert him. We're seeing Cancelo get inverted. Rico Lewis get inverted. Zinchenko get inverted. Can we just maybe invert Trent one day? Just see if it can work. Go to a back 3, right? And you've even said go to a 3 one time with some as well. And Lord have mercy, look what happened. And imagine now you get a proper 6 next to Trent in that role, right? And you go with maybe a 3 at the back with a 3 and then a 3 and then a 1 or whatever it becomes. That's kind of where it ended up becoming a little bit on the pitch for you guys. Jones comes off for Thiago, etc. Hey, you try something new every day, you might like it. Do you know what I mean? He used to play midfield in the academy. I don't know why. I'm not saying he's perfect. He needs to open up his range of passing with his left foot. He'd need to be able to carry the ball as well if he was pressed like Zinchenko.
Passing? That's the one thing.
Left foot. I'm talking about.
He's played 40-yard diagonals with his left foot.
Are you confident with him like showing onto his left?
Respect Trent, bro.
All right, but what about the dribbling, the carrying of the ball? Because
I don't think he's a very good dribbler.
He's not really.
Yeah, dribbling ain't there for him.
The reason why he can't play with his back.
He did not.
The reason why he can he play as a right back and invert into the midfield? Yes, but the reason why he can't play as a 6, like actually in midfield, because he can't play with his back to the opposition and back to the play.
Spot on.
That. Yeah, that's his. That's
spatial awareness, his position.
Yeah, and that's not a shot at Trent because I rate Trent highly. Like I say, I think he is an elite footballer. I run jokes about him defensively because we all know he can't defend, but the goal that he set up for Zinchenko was quality. We know he can't why is that a shot? What do you mean? Here we go.
Bro, he can't. We saw what Martinelli did to him.
Okay.
My problem is you guys.
Since you want to be in particular, since you want to nitpick, well, just know that defensively.
Please stop mentioning Reece James defensively and with Trent, please.
Because Reece James this season has been just as
that's but we all we have eyes, bro.
Yeah, and the eyes tell me that this season he's been crap defensively.
Cool, but you know the better defender.
You can't even take, like I say, we are.
I know who the better defender is, but
okay, then stop talking then.
Yeah, but this season Reece has been just as bad defensively.
Bro, Reece is barely playing. He's probably injury prone.
Yeah, and when he's played, he's been crap.
That's a problem.
Lewis said you need to respect King James. You see, this is where you're going to get cooked. Let's just focus on the praise for Liverpool. Don't slander my player and make me have to come at you now.
He's only king in the nurse's office.
I'm trying to praise Liverpool. You always want to turn it into a beef.
It's this guy, man. Yeah,
bro, I am not.
And then you know what he's going to say in about 5 minutes.
I'm just saying you
after
guys
telling us that Liverpool are going to compete next year and Liverpool and Trent is the best thing since Zanetti. And then he's going to say all 3 of you are bullying me. You're ganging up on me.
This is where you take it to the next level. You always say stuff that I cannot say.
Yeah,
I'm not saying Trent is. Bro, 1 second. I'm not saying Trent is Maldini, but you saying he can't defend is disingenuous. Because
Okay,
I'm not saying, just
poor
hear me out.
defensively.
I'm literally just 5 seconds. I'm not saying
Go
he's an unbelievable defender. I'm just saying it's not he can't defend and he's unbelievable. There's in the middle. He's just an okay defender.
No,
He's not
I
shit
disagree with
and
that.
he's not great. That's all I'm saying. He's in the
well
middle.
below. He's well below par. When you are playing Liverpool, he
I
gets
disagree with that.
targeted. That's why I think is it 7 you love stats. I think it's 8 times Liverpool have played this season. The opposition's left winger has been man of the match or something crazy like that. It's like 8-9 times since you love stats all the time. Like, what are we doing?
How many
Why
people
can't we
have
just?
cooked this
Why can't
man?
we praise Trent? I literally just said
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
elite. I've
Bro,
literally said he's
Somerville,
elite. The Zinchenko, the goal he set up against Arsenal was
Jack
incredible. The
Harrison,
piece of
Wolves
skill and the
yesterday.
cross was top quality, but I don't know why Klopp just doesn't play a back three and playing wing back.
He's
Exactly.
smiling because he knows I got him.
Playing wing back.
You haven't. I just can't be bothered. I'm trying my best to not argue with you today. I want to give you praise. You did what I needed you to do. Everybody here made a commitment, signed a contract to take points off of Arsenal.
You freed it.
We had an emergency meeting, right? And he's
freed
passed the test.
No one took except me so far, right? From me and you.
Well, hold on. I took 3 off him.
I said from me and you. From me.
Oh, right,
from me
okay.
and you. Matisse,
No, we have nothing, but we're going to the Emirates.
when did you play Arsenal this year? Have you played them yet?
Yeah, we played them. No, we played them at home. We lost.
They lost 1-0.
Now, that was before the emergency
Oh,
meeting.
so you have to go to the Emirates. Oh,
Yeah,
you ain't
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get nothing. You ain't gonna get nothing.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
Oh, well, we ripped that one off. Don't
Arsenal
worry.
fans, you safe from that.
Super Frankie Lampard, he won there a couple years ago.
Oh, so super. We saw
New manager man
in
was
the
coming, man.
Midlands how super he was. We saw.
He didn't have enough time to charge, bro.
It's facts.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man.
Give
Didn't have
him
enough
some...
time to
Lawless, what-
implement his style.
Who did you like the most in the Liverpool team yesterday performance?
The linesman.
That's good.
That was
can't
wild.
wait for
The
Bayern
yin
to
and
dunk
yang
on you.
in your performances was crazy because you lot started off so bad, and I'm like, what's going on? And then you lot turned it up, and then even after Salah missed the penalty, I thought, okay, Arsenal are going to snatch momentum here. And credit to Liverpool, you lot didn't let them, and the fact that you didn't win that game was criminal, just from a footballing perspective. But Trent showed the best and the worst of him. He shows why going forward. Like I said, setting up that goal was incredible. What he did there in terms of the piece of skill and then picking out Firmino was top notch. But then defensively, he was such a liability. So yeah, like
Can
I
I
suppose Trent, because he was the most.
You know who for me I gave a 10 out of 10?
Mm.
The man mountain at the back, Ibrahim Konate. That's why. I
Oh,
gave it
thank God you wasn't
Yeah.
going to say Van Dijk. Van Dijk,
Bro,
Nah, he was
Konate?
cooking Van Dijk. He was cooking Van Dijk.
Lord have mercy, Konate yesterday. Oof. Bro, some of the moments, like, you know, Martinelli, Jesus, all of them guys, like, oh, you trying to dribble past me? Okay, come.
he was
Yalla,
defending
let's
on
do
his
that.
own, bro.
And he
Yeah,
just
that's not
stopped
the
them.
one.
Like, he literally
Yeah,
just
yeah,
stopped
yeah.
them. Like, he's like, nope, you ain't going to dribble past me.
Martinelli
Like,
tried to run past Kanai with the ball. I was like, don't do
Lord
that.
have
That
mercy,
pass
guys.
was-
Yesterday, Konate, unbelievable. He's like one guy I gave 10 out of 10 in the match rating.
Get Vard. If you can
10.
afford Vardiel, right, that would be just as, if not more important than Bellingham, right? And him and Konate, and that's it. Because this I don't know what Van Dijk was doing in the first half. This guy didn't want to mark people. He wanted to assist Martinelli. Robertson wanted to do the splits. All of this madness, right? You need to.
Oh, he woke up in the second half as well, Van Dijk.
Thank God.
Bro, I can't lie to you, Matisse. This just proves what I've been telling you guys all year long. Like, I've been telling you guys this, and you think I'm doing an agenda or something. I'm not. I'm just I keep this energy for consistency. I said all these world-class players, they're mentally fatigued, they're not motivated. You could tell they have no reason to fight for the season because they didn't believe themselves that they can win the league. So they're just fuck it, whatever. Like, they just fully lack motivation. Like, they just genuinely, I just fully believe deep inside they just couldn't care less about this year anymore. So that's why I'm saying let's surround them with other good players. See what happens then. Like, I think Van Dijk's real level is second half Van Dijk, not first half Van Dijk. Now, what I'm saying is you put in a proper midfield in front of that, you make a couple of changes, you are able to rest him every now and then. Suddenly you see the best of Van Dijk again.
How many players?
I've said it. I think we need five minimum, 4
So
or
that's
5
half
minimum.
a team. That's gonna be that's tough to do in one.
But not all are starters.
I'm
take
asking
note.
them starters then.
Yeah.
Starters.
No, starters 3 midfielders straight up.
See, so you're
Starters.
basically getting a whole new midfield. So you're gonna get 3
Yes,
individuals.
100%.
Not only do them individuals need to maybe acclimatize to the league and settle into what club wants them to do, then they all have to gel. We've never seen it happen before. I think
we have seen it in Matisse's team. When I swear they finished like 10th and then they won the league the year after.
Yeah, but we
he was
didn't.
the
We didn't
he was the
sign three new
midfielders.
midfielders. We didn't sign
That's
three.
never
We
happened
Yeah, but you
before.
signed 3-4 players and it like revitalized.
We
them.
signed. Yeah, but everybody signs three,
There's
four
a
players.
major
Yeah,
difference
but we
between
need to get them
signing.
right.
No, there's a major difference between signing 3 or 4 players in regards to everywhere around your team. You are talking about a whole new midfield. So, like I
Yes.
said, not only does each individual need to go to Liverpool
And actually bang
deliver
immediately. Yeah.
immediately, they also have to gel as a trio.
Yeah.
That's never
But
happened before.
I think that could happen. That for me is the belief in Klopp I have. That's because for me, Klopp's an elite manager. As much as I've criticized him, and he's the one who's responsible for where we're at this season. Like
You guys are gonna really miss Firmino when he leaves. I have to
It's a
say.
massive reach. And
Yeah.
even
I've
I
never
don't think
denied
it's all outside of Salah. I don't think it's all hunky dory with your front three either. Outside of that, Salah.
I mean, in terms of our front three, like I don't
go
see a
win a
goal
league title.
scoring problem. I think you've got Salah, you've got Diaz, Nunez, Gakpo, Jota, Elliott on the right wing if needed. I do agree. I think we need.
What did you make of
right
Curtis Jones? He was involved in one of the goals.
Yeah, a backup right wing. But for me, like the forward line, I don't look at it and think we need anything to be honest.
Wow.
No.
I think
If we're talking, no. But
you see that
we're here talking about Premier League. You're talking about going to compete and win a Premier League. I don't think your forward line is that.
No, but those 5 options are very good.
They can be very good, but
I think they
these
can
guys
win
are
the
very
league.
good.
I really do.
I look at Gakpo. I'll take Salah out of it. Gakpo, Nunez, Jota. Who else did you say?
Jota for me once again in the second
Jota's a
half.
squad player at best. You know what I'm saying? You know.
No,
this.
but here's the thing. I think in
Jota's
terms
a
of
squad player.
rotation and where
Nunez
they can
has got-
play,
Nunez
Nunez
ain't-
in his first
Nunez
year
ain't
at
hit the-
Almeria and his first year at Benfica had horrible performances. Second year he turned up.
Yeah, but
Like if Nunez, here's the thing: Nunez gets into positions, but he don't score.
Right now.
100%.
Listen,
And that's
His
the
problem
issue,
is he don't score.
And
If
also the
Nunez
problem
starts to score, that's when the conversation
that's
changes.
all.
Listen,
The problem
listen.
is, before you go, Matisse, the problem is Klopp don't know what he is. We've seen him. He got bought as a central striker. Now he's playing wide left. So what is he? Is he a wide left player or is he a striker? Same with Gakpo.
I think he's in the Liverpool system. He works as both, and I know you might think that's a cop-out answer, but he does work as both.
Okay, but
because he could run in behind on the left wing, and he could score goals as a striker.
so then that causes effect for whoever the other player is. Because say,
But here's the thing, flawless.
Go
This
on.
is where this edits this whole conversation about the forward line.
Go on.
This is why the midfield for me, I screamed about it till my throat
100%.
left my body this summer. It's
Again,
because
we were still talking
the
about-
reason why we are absolutely
way.
crap this season to a next level is our defense, instead of having to defend 3-4 chances, they have to defend 15 chances. And our forward line, instead of having 10 chances to score, they have 4-5 chances to score. So like it's affecting everyone, brother. Like
Yes.
as we saw in that City away game. Okay, Salah scored. You're 1-0 up away at the Etihad. Can you I'm not even saying can you play Barcelona football. I'm just saying can you even keep the football 2 minutes, 3 minutes?
Real
Not even
Madrid
saying do something
at home.
spectacular. We couldn't keep the ball at all. We could we like you're talking about 3 holograms in the middle. Like they're there, but they're not there. And yesterday, what I felt like we did in the second half, we're like, let's recognize who we are as a team. We're crap. Let us just go all out attack and fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. That's genuinely what I thought happened. And we really just boxed Arsenal into their box. And the reason why I keep mentioning the second half is the second half for me debunks the idea that Liverpool are just fully done at the top level. I think with adjustments, but we correct. This is where I have to 100% go on flawless side of the argument. This summer must be the correct signings. We cannot afford no mistakes, no none of that. We have to get 4 out of 4, 5 out of 5 options completely correct. If we get the options correct, now this is where it opens up flawless, because now I can use Thiago as a luxury player. I don't have to ask Thiago to run 500 kilometers a game. I can ask him to be a luxury player. This is where Fabinho, instead of him moving like a garbage truck, he gets rest because I'm going to get a new DM. This is where all of these things, all these intricacies that we talk about are changing slowly. This is why the midfield matters. I trust the forward line to get goals. I trust the center backs to defend. I trust the full backs to do their job. But what I do
you trust Van Dijk to recover.
No, you trust Van Dijk. But what you are talking about is major.
But that's why I want another center back.
It's not minor adjustments. We are talking major. We are talking extreme adjustments.
Midfield is
in
major.
Your midfield. Yeah.
Right.
No, it's major. And your forward, like again, it's not just goals. Your forward line is not blessed with goals. Take out Salah. Who's the goal scorer there?
No, but why am I taking out Salah?
He's going on an upward trip.
I'm
he's doing projections. He expects Nunez to start getting more goals.
I'm giving Salah his credit. I'm saying
Nunez will get more goals.
I'm saying minus Salah, because Salah will score goals and do everything that is required. He will. Outside of Mo Salah, where is these goals and creative coming from your forward?
Let me answer this logically. Logically speaking, Do you think Jota's level is a year without a goal?
No.
Okay. Do you think Nunez's level is missing 20 big chances?
Yeah, I think that's him. Yes.
But that's the thing, Flawless. This story, I have to be honest. He's done this at Benfica as well. His
Yeah,
first
but
year.
that's him. I think
but
that's
he-
him.
we
I
judge
think
him
asked
based
me-
on one
No,
season.
That's
His
that's him as a
first
player.
year, he went to Benfica. He missed 100 million chances in his first
Yeah.
year. Second year, he turned into this clinical forward.
I don't see that happening. I think he'll get goals because he's a
Gets
winning
into the
runner. But
positions. He just
we're
doesn't
talking, yeah,
score.
he does. But we've seen many players do this. We're talking about the reason why I'm being so
But we
harsh is because
haven't,
we're
though.
talking about no. I'm saying we've seen not him. We've seen other players do this where they're just willing runners. Timo Werner missed loads of chances.
No, but you're missing
If
the
Timo
point.
Werner,
What?
no, I'm not missing the point. If
You
Timo
are.
Werner, we watch miss loads of points. No, you just don't like the fact
That's
that I'm
apparently
just
if
no,
I
no.
wasn't here, they wouldn't argue.
I'm saying
Apparently, it's
like
me.
this is see, he tries to blame you for that. This is on
No,
him.
but we're
That's not
having a
up.
football conversation.
Yeah,
This ain't
it's
an
a footballing
argument, Matisse.
conversation.
No,
but-
Yeah,
oh,
don't
you
try it.
don't see it coming. Okay, wait a minute.
Well,
Go on.
see what's coming. We're
Do
literally
what
having a
you're
football
doing.
conversation.
Carry on. It's coming. Don't
We
worry.
are having a football
My
conversation.
point
Yeah,
is,
I know
take
it's
out
coming, don't worry,
take
I'm
out
just
Mo
waiting.
Salah away from that. All of a sudden, you expect Nunez,
Flawless,
who's not
I
hit.
hear your point.
Nunez has not hit double figures yet, and we're
Yeah,
expecting him to
I
go and compete for
understand
the
what you're
Premier
saying.
League.
I'm saying
Jota,
for me,
Diaz.
it would be more dangerous if Nunez
I don't see
didn't
it.
get into them chances. That is where I'm like, okay, he might be a flop. But Nunez is getting into positions. You can tell his positioning is there as a forward,
It
but
is.
the ball is just not hitting the back of the net.
Yes.
Yesterday, when it was 2-2, Salah created him a one-on-one.
Yes, and he
100%
missed.
Nunez
And
should
none
have
of us
scored.
were
I agree
surprised
with
that
you.
he missed. None
Nunez
of
should have
us.
scored. I wasn't surprised he missed either.
No.
Now, what I'm saying is, if Nunez gets that confidence,
Leave that
starts
comment
scoring
up,
goals,
please. Leave that comment up, please. That Gakpo one from that.
yeah,
guy.
and
What's the-
Gakpo as well. Gakpo,
what
another
goals?
one.
How's Gakpo a goal scorer based off of what? What are we basing this
I
off?
think Gakpo is definitely a goal scorer.
Okay, so what's his record previously then?
And
That
he's
to
a
say
good
this.
footballer. I swear
No.
at
People just be
PSV
saying,
this
and we're
year
talking
he's
about
had,
going
like,
to compete for a Premier League title. So what's Gakpo's record then?
yeah, his record at PSV, I swear he had like in 20 games, like 23, 24 GA or something like that. Maybe
Oh,
18,
in a-
19.
let me get the stats.
In a league that most people don't rate.
I mean, we
kind
bought
of bad
Suarez
goals there.
from there, so we have good history.
Yeah,
Look,
you also signed
here's the
Dirk
thing.
Kuyt from there.
I'm talking trajectory. I'm simply talking trajectory. The trajectory for the forward line is Salah's still going to get his goals. I know you said remove
Yes,
him,
I
but
agree.
including him in the equation, he's still going to get his goals. Jota is not a 0 goals in a whole year player.
he's not,
So
no.
so he's going to get his goals as well. You've got Nunez, Gakpo, Diaz, who on a trajectory are getting better. Diaz has gotten better this season than he did last year. For
Yes.
me, he's had multiple moments this year where he's scored important goals, but he's had 2 injuries. So I'm not
Right.
even going to include him in the argument. But
Takes
Nunez,
home,
for me,
ain't
he
it?
did this exact same thing at Benfica.
Okay.
First year, he went to Benfica from Almeria. He missed 1,000 chances. Second year, he got that clinical edge. And once again, Nunez is getting into those positions, but the goals are just not coming. So if the goals start coming, the floodgates will open.
Yeah,
But once
that's a
again,
that's a big if.
If we fix our midfield flawless, this is where it's all
Which
connected.
is also a huge if.
If no,
and,
but
and to the
I
Gakpo
believe we
thing as
will
well,
fix our
just a clarification. I'm looking
will
at his
fix
numbers
our
right now.
midfield.
Wait, on the Gakpo thing, just to debunk that, he's got over double figures once in the Dutch league. Once, people.
which is this year, right? Or last year?
No, once. No. It was the year before. It was the season 2021-22, where he got 12 in 27.
12,
before
12,
that,
27,
before that. No. 22,
13
23.
assists, pretty
Yeah.
decent,
But he scored 12 goals that season, 7 before that, and then 1 before that. So let's not act like Gakpo's a prolific goal scorer, people. He's
no,
not
but
a goal scorer.
I never said prolific.
No, you. I was talking to the MKH
Yeah, forget.
guy.
Listen,
Prolific
for
or
me,
goal
it's
scorer.
Salah and Nunez that's gonna get the goals. The others are gonna chime in. That's
Alright,
it.
cool. Well, Nunez ain't hit double figures yet, so that's a big jump.
No, I listen. Those 20 missed chances, even if he big chances, even if he scores half.
Same.
of them,
How
we're
many
having
missed
them.
chances did Timo Werner? We could say someone could have said the same about Timo.
No,
Werner.
I hear you. He
Runner
could
got
end up
into
being a Timo
positions and
Werner.
couldn't
I'm not
score.
denying that possibility, but going on his past and trajectory,
Based on
it is
one
also
season,
likely
he'll
he
come
scores
to-
goals.
Like, this is crazy.
But anyway, forget that. Look, here's the thing, Flawless.
is
This
crazy.
summer,
Are we done playing make believe now?
This summer,
talk about what actually
I
happened
will come to
in
you.
real life. Are we going to talk about
And
real life
on
now?
Battle
We're
of the
going to
North.
talk about FSG buying Casado,
On
Bellingham,
Battle of
and
the North
Mason
in
Mount.
July, do that.
and bear in
Combined
mind-
value
And
of
I'll give you a
180
final
million.
answer. 1 second. I'll give you a final answer based on the summer transfers. I fully believe we get the summer transfer right, we win the league next season. And we will see. You might be right, I might be right.
Let's talk about the transfers in the transfer window. Today, we're
Yes.
talking about the weekend. And over the weekend, you drew 2-2. I want to ask Daps about Zinchenko because he...
Hey. Daps, start crying so you can cosplay him.
Daps, I want to ask you about Zinchenko because It looked like Arteta was going to just about to take him off for Tierney because he was parking it, right? 5 at the back. Kiwior comes on. Odegaard comes off. He brings on Trossard, takes off Jesus, I think it was. Yep. And then, he starts to park it, but he didn't take off Zinchenko for the better defender that is Tierney. I think most people agree with that. He got absolutely cooked.
In the last 10.
He was crying on the bench against Sporting. He kind of did the whole huddle thing in the middle of the pitch. He's obviously going to be a leader in that squad. Can he be? Does he need calming down? When you was in title races, is he one of them players that can sometimes get too emotional, too ahead of himself, too excited, and he almost needs somebody with more experience?
There's moments you can go on YouTube and watch it. There's moments where Fernandinho used to run over and literally have to tell him to calm down. Right? Yeah, the guy is emotional, which we love. That's what we love about him. That's where, for me, Xhaka, I think the Xhaka Zinchenko thing, the emotion of both of them is great. But Husam was spot on. I said to my friends, the key with this going to Anfield is nullifying the crowd. This season, we got used to it. We learned the season that there was no fans there where we beat them because there was no fans there, right? And Pep realised, okay. This season, if you remember, I think we had a decision go against us. Pep got up off the bench, started doing something. We ended up Liverpool scored. You do not allow them to have the 12th man, right? So when Xhaka did that, look, he's being human. I'm going to keep saying this. I get it, but you don't do that. So for me, Xhaka is someone in the team that I would look at as the more senior should be.
But he's an emotional guy. That's the problem.
But he's emotional.
But he needs to control his emotions.
He's gonna back Zinchenko.
Apparently, Anfield was dead silent before.
Bro, it was not just dead silent. It was a library. The players didn't care. No one cared. Van Dijk was doing assists to Martinelli. Bro, the levels after that moment increased to a level I haven't seen all year long.
You know what it is? Honestly. You know what it is, yeah? If there is, like, last week when we played Liverpool, I spoke on it on Monday, it's the quietest I've ever seen the Liverpool crowd. They looked vulnerable, right? Even when they scored, they didn't look that eager to sing much, right? If there is someone that's got nothing to lose, if you're in prison and there's a lifer that's in prison for life, don't antagonize him because he'll punch you back because he's got nothing to lose, right? This Liverpool crowd are looking for something to hold on to, yeah? So even if it's an argument, even if it's like players getting in each other's faces, they'll back their team. And that's something Arsenal... Look, this is where I thought Arsenal could lose the game, being naive. I also think the substitutions... Bringing Odegaard off when you're 2-1 up, right? When Odegaard can help to control the midfield, control the game, keep the ball, that's naive for me. Bringing on a player that's only played under 5 games this season, I'm not saying they led to mistakes.
You're not bringing out Odegaard was naive?
Bringing Odegaard off for me was naive because he's
I thought Odegaard had a stinker.
He played one incredible pass that I won't forget.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that.
Are you talking about losing? He took off the extra midfielder. I think they were getting overrun in midfield anyway. But then remember, they bring Firmino and they brought an extra attacker on. So I could understand why he was going to a 5 a little bit. I thought he was going to bring on Trossard for Saka and keep Jesus on because Jesus, if you remember that bit of skill that he did, where he was moving like a real Brazilian at that moment. He was holding up the ball quite well. Yeah. And I was like, okay, maybe if you take off Saka, who's maybe fading a little bit on that right, bring on Trossard and just have Jesus as the link between the 2-man midfield to the attack. But definitely bring on Tierney for Zinni if you're parking it because Zinchenko, I know he's got experience, but he's not.
Why are you guys calling him Zinni like he's your friend? Like, can you just say
Zinni? I can call him Zinni.
Zinni.
Like, listen, Zinni's a good lad. He's a good lad, Zinni.
The ironic of
let me tell you, Zinni's had a great season. This is not a Zinni.
The irony of that from Husam, a man who called himself Big Delicious, This is a man who called himself
Big Delicious. You should call yourself what you want.
This guy, Big Delicious, is telling us who.
And first of all, I did not call myself that. The woman.
You did call yourself Big Delicious.
No, everybody, I'm Big Delicious. Like, bro.
I never said
relax yourself.
I told you that's what the streets call me.
This man.
Who in the street?
This guy's out here sticking raspberries in the oven. What was that all
calling
about?
yourself something and you calling an opposition player something?
Some of the stuff you've come out with
this week.
I could make a 10-minute clip on you.
And from Matisse as well, who's a Chelsea fan. Why are you calling him Zinni for?
Zinni, bro. It's easier than saying his full name, bro.
Call him Zinchenko, bro.
Nah, it's just laziness. That's what it is.
He don't play for Chelsea.
Zinni.
But what I was going to say is as well,
listen,
he's a captain.
Looking like he plays for City after that one. Go on.
They brought up their captain as well, and it's
but their captain was. I mean, somebody was saying that some of the Arsenal fans were kind of annoyed that he wasn't really engaging in the 50-50s as much away from home. They wanted him to step up a little bit more in that kind of game. Obviously, he played a couple of nice passes and whatnot, but they felt like Odegaard could have done a little bit more in those 50-50s in the second half. But that wasn't really for me what it was. It was just, I just think it was a bit unfortunate that he had Tierney ready to come on, and if that ball had gone out of play, on he comes, and that probably doesn't happen. Yeah. But to be honest, if I'm to take my shamelessness away from it, they didn't deserve to win. It was a great game. They could have scored the third. You know, if Martinelli gets that weight of pass properly in behind, then it could be free. But they didn't deserve to win. Like Liverpool deserved something out of that game. Probably should have won it. Should have won it really.
Deserved to win,
so and it's not really. I know it looks like 2 points dropped. And as much as I'm very happy for the draw for Liverpool, but at the same time, Man City, I think someone said 1 win. For Pep in his title winning seasons at Anfield, the rest of them were either draws or defeats, and they obviously still went on to win it. Anfield's tough. Anfield. If you're not Real Madrid, I think go to Anfield with AirPods on.
At Anfield.
Huh?
Yeah, yes.
When's Pep won at Anfield?
The season, COVID season. We won.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, that don't count.
Statistically,
no problem.
Yeah,
but that don't count. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? You beat
he said the COVID season. The COVID season was the year after.
COVID season's the season you won it.
Yeah,
the season we won it. We won it literally the week after you won the league. We beat you 4-1, and Klopp had a meltdown.
No, you're the one who's confused, my brother.
No, I'm not.
Yes, because the year we won the league, we beat you 3-1 at Anfield.
You see who the common denominator is.
Yeah.
We beat you 3-1 at Anfield.
You're right, Flawless.
The game that you're talking about, it was in 2021 where we had the centre back.
No, it wasn't. It was after you won the league.
Why do we argue?
No, it wasn't.
We have so much to argue about.
Literally, Google it right now.
There's so much for us to argue about. This is not part of my plan. I have a script.
The year that we won the league, we beat you 3-1 at Anfield and lost after we won the league at the Etihad.
Okay,
yeah, the Etihad, but we're talking Anfield.
Either way, it was still without fans, though. Either way, innit?
Which one? The Etihad one, yeah?
No, when we beat you at Anfield, it was without fans.
Yeah, it was without fans. Yeah.
I can't.
So that's why I just said it doesn't count.
Saying you discredited your own title because there was no fans in the stadium, so it doesn't count.
Once again, for the 500th millionth time, we won the league pre-COVID.
No, you didn't.
No, you struggle to understand.
No, you actually didn't.
If we did not play
did you lift it?
Can I speak? If we did not play a single game post the COVID break, we were still league champions. I hope it gets to people's thick skulls that we won the. I still remember I was in Dubai at the time. I got scared because I'm like, shit, this COVID thing is happening. Let me get home quickly. So, I still remember I watched that Liverpool United game where Salah scored in the 90th minute. The crowd started singing, "We're gonna win the league" for the first time that whole year. When that happened, there was crowds, bro. And then we lost to Watford 3-0.
I don't care what you were singing. That's not what I'm talking about. When you mathematically won
the league. Crowd was there.
I don't give a damn what you're singing about.
The crowd weren't there when you won the league.
Problematic, man. You know what I'm saying?
This guy's talking about Matisse, the songs they sang, and that's the clarification that the league is over because you sang some songs.
1 second.
I don't give a damn, bro.
I'm
talking about maths.
This guy's good at running shit jokes. So Matisse, who won the COVID Champions League?
Bayern Munich.
Oh, Bayern Munich now. Not you. Huh?
No.
Oh, you didn't win the COVID
we won it with fans.
Oh, so that's why only a quarter of the stadium was there in the dugout.
Were there fans there, you donkey? Huh?
Oh,
yes.
So
I don't care about quarters and quarters.
So there were 2,000
Were there people? Were people present, huh? Were people present?
Oh, people were present at the Liverpool
right then. So right then.
People were present at the Liverpool one as well.
Yeah, what? Yeah, of course your team were there. Of course they had to play.
There you are. So where do you go from here? Yeah, that's what I thought.
So then Man City's win at the Etihad count.
Bro, this guy does not understand. 2021, the season 2020, 2021. No, because we have to break it down because you clearly have comprehension issues. The season 2020, 2021.
I told
that's
you
the season where Liverpool had the
centre
centre-back crisis. So the team that won the COVID Premier League was Man City. The team that won the COVID Champions League was Chelsea Football Club. That's the team that won the COVID Champions League. So that is the COVID year. 1920, where we won the league, up until February, the stadium the games weren't stopped. And had we not played a single game post-COVID break, we were still Premier League winners.
Breathe, brothers. Let me go through the super chats. Everybody breathe.
Lord.
Breathe.
No one has ever called City's Premier League win the COVID season, bro. I don't know where that's
one.
Everybody breathe.
You literally, the whole year was literally without fans from start to finish.
No one's ever said it till today, but okay.
No, people have said it before. Many people.
Liverpool fans.
Calma.
No, many United fans, Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans.
Calma. It's okay.
So this is your logic. The season in which 2 months we had no fans in the stadium is the COVID season, but the season where the whole year there was no fans is not the COVID season.
Bro, I'm not even thinking.
There you are.
LJ says Big Cherry getting his cherries
plucked.
plucked.
I don't need to do this. That's your only ever Premier League win. We got multiple of them. I can take any of them. It doesn't matter to me.
I got 19 league titles. I'm good.
No, Premier Leagues we're talking on, bro.
I don't change them based on name change.
Your lifetime.
I don't change them based on name change. I'm good.
Okay, fair enough.
Don Husam, aka Big Delicious, aka Big Cherry, aka the Certified Menace, is late as always.
Guys, I wish I could have an excuse, but honestly, I have no excuse. But I just got up, made my coffee, my water and stuff, because I know, these guys are going to give me a headache, even though I did them a favor.
Husam, we appreciate your club's efforts. City Pool.
Big up, AJ. That's my guy right there. That's my real City fan right there. Always supporting me wherever I go. And he does not discredit me. He says City Pool, Liverchester City, we are with you. Love you, AJ, man. And I'm going to see you on the Liverpool show later as well. Big up, AJ.
Big up, man.
A City fan watching a Liverpool show, mental.
What does Todd Boehly have to do to fix Chelsea? Are you scared of relegation? Because you're my favorite YouTuber. Big up, brother. I'm not scared of relegation because, thankfully Thomas Tuchel managed to keep us up earlier on in September and August. But yeah, in terms of how do we fix it, I will point you towards a lot of my content in recent days, but we'll be discussing more in depth then. I'm not gonna take up these wonderful gentlemen's time with our pity problems,
AJ, you don't want to talk on Chelsea.
No, we want to hear your opinion.
We don't have time. Honestly, after all of that rambling about COVID and what else did you want to argue about there earlier? Gakpo and Nunes trajectory. No, we don't have time. AJ Trent as an 8. Oh boy, Pep needs to sign him up. Where the hell is this man gone? Husam now? There's a reason his laptop probably died. There's a reason Pep moved to 4 centre backs and sold Zinchenko. Pep got Diaz back. The defense is set for the treble. Oh, Jesus Lord.
Yeah, we don't need all that.
Bold statement. If Trent was megged there, I see 1 hour podcast. I was trying to get it over to Zinchenko. Daps knows this. I said, Daps, I'm ready to go to Zinchenko. These guys wanted to speak about COVID and Gakpo and Nunes and whatnot. So I didn't, and it's not my fault.
That is true, by the way. I'm legit. Very important fact right there.
Van Dijk is the best ever. Trent is the better than Reece. Because of views like this, Liverpool deserve terrible season. God is watching, bro.
Wow. Bro, once again, in the words of the host himself, don't bring what other people said to me. Address me with what I said. Thank you very much.
Well, you have now said that you think 3 midfielders can gel in a transfer window. Come in and gel. That's mad.
100%.
That's mad. I sat there and listened to that whole Gakpo thing, thinking all of that is. I'm still stuck on the fact that you think you can bring in 3 starting midfielders and they can gel instantly.
Because this is
here's the thing,
Notorious B.I.G. It was
this
all a dream.
This is the problem.
Stuff,
if I get in 3 starting midfielders, that does not mean that they'll start straight away. Maybe you'll have 2 start with a Thiago. Maybe 1 week you'll have 1 start with a Thiago and a Fabinho. Maybe the other week you'll have my point is rotation, rest. Actual players who can bring in quality. You cannot go from Thiago to Curtis Jones. Yes, he played well yesterday, but I'm talking over a 38-game season. You can go, Daps, you can go from Bernardo Silva to a Gundogan. Okay, maybe one guy's an A+, the other guy's an A. But you cannot go from A to D-. That's the problem. You get me? So I'm saying...
I just think, I hear what you're saying. Basically, what you're predicting is if you have the perfect transfer window, which involves also your board backing Klopp or
They've never
not
spent money like that
director,
before.
whoever. If everything goes perfectly,
FSG out are gonna
Yeah,
FSG. The
it's
planes
just
flying
wrong,
over
man.
Anfield are gonna bring 3 midfielders.
That's the crazy thing, Daps. They've never, the amount of players that he's talking
Matisse,
about,
you're
they've
11.
never spent money like that. They've never.
Matisse, you're 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
No,
You
don't
have
got
been
nothing. You're literally
orchestrating.
11.
You have been orchestrating.
Why are you
planes.
in a title race conversation?
You have been
Why?
orchestrating planes flying over Anfield.
I've been orchestrating them.
Yeah.
You're gonna give me
Yes,
that?
you have.
credit?
I've
I'll
seen you
take
on
it.
Twitter with your big, push for change
There you are.
and
There you
big push for new
are.
ownership.
You know,
and
hashtag
you-
blame Husam, bro.
Yeah,
all the
but
time.
now suddenly you
I'm
want to
with
talk
that,
to me
man.
about
Blame
title
Husam.
race next season with hypotheticals.
Matisse,
This man's a
I'm
waste of
saying
time.
a very
Waste of
crystal clear
time.
statement. We
but
get
this
the
waste-
summer right, we compete for the league next season. Full
My
stop.
brother.
That's every. That's. I think
If
that's
you
Plus,
had
every
any,
team.
by the
if you
way,
had any,
if
let
we
me tell you
finish,
something.
Matisse, okay, you want
Brother.
logic? If we finish where we're finishing right now, we're 8th. If we finish 8th, we have no conference, no Europa. One game a week. One game a week, Liverpool
If you
Football Club.
had
You really think
confidence-
we cannot win the league? One game a week?
Brother,
Yes.
brother, if you had confidence in your
I don't think
board
you can win the league.
doing
You
such
guys are a bit
things,
full of
then
crap.
why were you FSG out in the first
How are we
place?
full of crap?
I don't
just believe in
understand.
your team or your manager.
If you have
So
confidence,
you're
in
telling
your
me
team-
if I sign Jude, McAllister, and Lavia and I have one game a week, I won't win the league?
No, because you need much more than that. And I've said this to before. I
I'm
think your
literally
manager's
having one game a week, flawless.
And again, I'm telling you, your team is not good enough. That's
Ain't
what I'm
getting them
telling you.
few players as
Even
well,
with
let's
three
be real.
midfielders, because your
We
attack's
are,
not
we
good
are.
enough,
We are
as we
gonna get-
discussed.
we're gonna get
We're,
to right.
we're
That's
relying
another
on so
prediction.
there's so many
Those two players
unreliables
coming.
outside of Salah, who is
Bro, Klopp has
reliable.
spoken
Nunez
on
is
two press
unreliable.
conferences already.
Diaz we don't know about. Gakpo we don't know about, and the rest of your attackers are Jota's a good squad player. What are we talking about?
We will
I think
see.
you're in
Time will
dreamland.
tell.
Yeah, time will tell. You thought you was going to do bits this season. You
Here
didn't
we
expect
go.
to be 8th. You didn't expect to be 8th.
Okay, I'm a liar. Matisse, did I think we're gonna do bits this season?
You didn't think he was
Can
going to
we
be
answer
8th.
the question, Matisse? Do you
Go
think did I say we're gonna do bits this season, Matisse?
you
It's your
said
time to
you
be
were
honest
gonna-
for once.
You said you were going to win a trophy and get 12 points from Arsenal, United, and someone
Right then.
else. And
They got 4.
So
Yeah.
he changes
guy
the
talking-
question on purpose to trigger me. You know what do bits mean? Did I say we're gonna do bits, Matisse? Don't lie. For once in your life.
did I lie?
Yes. Because the question is, did Husam say we're gonna do bits?
Okay, then. I'll
Did I
change it
say we're
since
gonna
it-
do bits, Matisse?
Okay, maybe you didn't. Maybe I'm guessing you didn't, because that's what you're getting at with
Bro, this
Matisse. You didn't
Matisse
expect
guy
to be
is
8th.
so disingenuous.
You did not
You
expect
know,
to
next
be in the
season-
situation you're in. Don't do that.
Wallahi al-Azim, let the Chelsea section come now.
Bro, we
Wallahi,
don't
let
have
the
time, you
Chelsea section
donkey.
now.
We don't have
I'll get
time
both
for any
your life.
Chelsea. I'm telling you now, there will be no Chelsea section because I have Big Six at 9:30. I need to eat. I need to shower. I need to rest. I need to recover.
Okay, this
I
guy
have
is so
Chelsea.
shameless.
If you
I
guys
was
want,
with him
let me
all
tell you
summer
something.
long.
Let me tell you
I
something.
was
If-
with him all summer.
If you want Chelsea section, you can come back tomorrow for London Clubs Carnage, where Chelsea is actually a
You
fixture on the
actually
show.
invite me on that
We
show
only
right now
talk
in front of the
Chelsea
people.
when we have time. We don't talk
Do you
Chelsea.
invite me on that show right now in front of the people?
Why would I invite you? You're not
There
a
you
Chelsea,
are.
West Ham,
So
or Tottenham, or
you
Arsenal
said I
fan.
could come
Are
on
you
London Club
supporting the London club? Are you?
Hey, I
Are you
could be a
supporting the London
QPR
club?
fan for a day.
Hey,
I'm your
what
rival.
We do not have time to talk about Chelsea when you want to talk about
We
penalty
have
stats
time.
for Gakpo in Eredivisie and Nunez Benfica stats. And
Flawless,
when you
who
want
did
to
you
talk
beat
about
this week?
COVID from 3 years
Everton,
ago,
right?
and I'm
Is there
trying to
anything
manage
to
a
be
show,
points from that
and you
game?
want me to bring
Who
up
did this
Chelsea.
guy
How does
beat?
that make sense? How do you
Who
want
did
me
he
to?
beat? Who
We
did
haven't
City
even
beat?
we haven't spoken about City. We haven't spoken about
Who
United,
did
and you
City
want to
beat?
talk
Can you
about
answer the
Chelsea.
question? Who
Make
did
it make
City beat?
sense. How? Where's the time for that?
Who did City
Just because
beat?
my team
Flawless?
lost, just because my team lost, I have a
Who
responsibility.
did Manchester City defeat, Matisse?
Listen to
Yo,
me.
these
Listen
men
to
are
me
funny.
now. I have a responsibility to run this show accordingly and cover your clubs effectively because there are City fans waiting for the analysis. And you have decided to waste time talking about COVID and Nunez and Gakpo projection. And now you want me to
Okay.
bring what's foolishness?
Okay,
This is
you
a
make a
Chelsea
very
channel.
valid point.
We speak about
There's
Chelsea
five-
every day.
there's-
You want me to talk about Chelsea again? For what?
Okay, you make a very valid point. There's
course I
5
do.
City fans.
You make a
There's
very
5 City
valid
fans in the
point.
comment section.
This guy
City
taking
fans,
liberty.
would you rather speak about Chelsea or City? The 5 City fans that are in the comments.
This guy
If you
taking
want to
liberties.
give away
I would like to
your-
talk
your
about
section
Haaland
to
scissor
Chelsea,
kick. Look at
decide.
Daps. Every week, Daps is sitting there waiting to talk on his club. Look at him. He's waiting. Daps is.
There you are.
Have
See,
some
Blue?
respect.
No,
Have
no,
some
let's
respect.
do this. You
Daps
want to
wants
do
to
this?
talk about his
Blue,
club.
there you are. Chelsea,
No, I
Chelsea,
don't-
Chelsea,
I don't-
Chelsea,
I don't-
Chelsea, Chelsea.
With respect, I don't care because Daps has been waiting to speak about Haaland's scissor kick, hit 30 goals for the season, and they're in the title race. And what does he think is going to come and you don't want to talk about it.
I find this more
You want to talk
entertaining.
about the team that has just lost their 12th game of the season. Ha ha.
Okay,
We've lost
Daps,
every
would you
week.
rather speak on
We're
Chelsea or
11th.
City?
What do you want me to say? There's nothing to say.
Daps, would you rather speak on Chelsea or City? Be real.
There's nothing more to say.
Oh,
That's-
I'm
that's
looking
for
forward
once,
to
be
lifting the
honest.
trophy at the end of the season. That's all I'm looking
There's
forward
nothing
to.
to say.
Yeah, but who do you want to speak on this week? Chelsea or City?
Listen, brother.
Daps,
I
you
am the
said it
host.
at the start.
I
Don't
am the
switch
host.
off now.
I
You
am
know
the
who you want
host.
to speak on.
This is not Twitter Spaces. This is. You
Oh,
want to
here
host?
we go.
If you want to
Oh, this
host,
is
I
not
can
Twitter
find. Let me
Spaces.
find your
Here we
space.
go.
Hold on. Let me find
Typical,
your space.
typical. Oh,
Because
you're from
you
the
seem to
streets.
be. You seem to
I'm
be
from
confused.
bougie ass YouTube. You're from.
You have a YouTube channel as well, you donkey.
Oh my god! You know, you're from the spaces. Ew.
Do you know what? I'll be honest. I come on
Ew,
this
you're
show.
sewage. You're homeless. I'm from
When I come to your channel, when you invite me, do I host? Do I host on your channel?
Matisse, if you ever came on my channel and wanted to speak on a different topic, wallahi, I would let you. How about that?
What do you want to
There
talk
you
on,
are.
Sam?
Once again, dunked on your head top. Again, dunked on your head top. For the fifth time this
You've
week.
argued with everybody on the panel, and in 5 minutes, you're gonna tell us you're a victim. I'm telling you, you're gonna come and plead to
It
the
is
people that you're a
1-3
victim.
though. It's the truth.
You are gonna say to people, you're,
It's not
Listen,
your-
I-
you
all
do
I
this to
did
yourself,
was-
man.
all I did was I listened to the older people. Charles Barkley, NBA on TNT, he said always swing first. So I'm just swinging first
You
now.
swing
Why do I
first
wait for
every
you
week.
to punch? I
you swing
punch
first. Look, I haven't even finished the super chats yet. All right, let me just go back through them.
Yeah, get to
Ramsdale
the
man
money,
the
man.
match. Him not being number one for England instead of that Hobbit is a disgrace. He saves a top class and massive for the title run. He's underrated. I've been saying Ramsdale for me should be first choice for a while because
Well, all it is
he's
we
a
wait
better
on
ball
that one
player than
mistake.
Pope. Exactly, he's better ball player than Pope and Pickford, and he makes the saves that they make. So for me,
I also think that how vocal he is
yeah.
I still don't fully know who leads Arsenal's line. And I think Ramsdale helps to lead that defence. I think it's spot on. We're waiting, and I think even Southgate is now waiting for that one mistake from Pickford, and Ramsdale be in, and I think he'll probably hold it for probably six,
Ooh,
for
look at
probably
me, I
6,
have
7 years.
Ooh.
No, because I've been
Yeah,
shocking.
you should. Yeah, you should.
as a referee, yeah.
Card.
As a referee on
End
this
me
show.
off. Fuck your cards. How about that?
Oh, bring the elbows out. Bring the
Fuck
elbows.
off then,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
donkey.
Yeah, let's go.
I need to
Oh,
get
that
through
was
these
childish,
super chats. I need to get through. Look at this guy, man.
Hi, guys.
I need to get through these super chats, and I'll bring him back in because they will never let me get through them otherwise. He's actually a menace to society, bro. He's actually a menace. City and United and Salah bags all of those chances. Okay,
Facts.
so
That's what I was thinking. You ain't missing
yeah,
a penalty
valid
against
point,
us.
you know.
Yeah, he missed the target. Yeah, it was crazy. Husam would argue with the West Ham man on the day, bro. The weatherman. Sorry, I'm thinking about Lawless because I've actually just recorded with Lawless, and I'm thinking about Lawless versus Husam. Oh my god, it would
Why
be
is Lawless?
brutal.
Does Lawless argue as well?
Lawless, do you know what? In the summer, I will do something I've never done. I will mix and match the London Clubs Carnage and Battle of the North panels for 1 week, and it will be like what is that show on TV? Wife Swap. It will be Wife Swap. Okay.
Calm down.
You want Husam, you're married, you can go over to London Clubs Carnage and you can fend for yourself there. It will be fun. COVID Cup was when they changed the subs from 3 to 5, added water breaks. Orange slice breaks. Liverpool's will always be the... No, this
If you don't add me now, I will riot. Mujis, ya hayawan ya kalb. Because I know this guy, he's my guy. It's you, ya ghabi. The season you won the league, you also had 5 subs on water breaks and there was no fans for a whole year. You fucking idiot. Get it in your thick skull, please.
Jesus Christ. If no games played post-World Cup, Arsenal would be champs.
Oh, Jesus. So they're really doing this now?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's taking the piss. It's taking the piss. City
Arsenal
lost
fans
9
are
games
just-
this
they don't
season.
know what to
Liverpool
behave.
won the title. Husam just discredited his only Premier League and COVID saved Liverpool 1920 season. Husam.
Yeah, they saved us so much, Alex. You won a Champions League with 100 people in the crowd. Oh, you saved us.
The orange slices was crazy. I can't lie.
The final was supposed to be played in Istanbul as well. They moved it to Porto. You idiot.
The orange slices was mad. All right, let's move on. Let's move on.
I'm just attacking everyone. I need to calm down sometimes, Loki, you know? And by the way, I do know Lawless and I do know Lee Judges. I've worked with them before. I'm actually so calm with Lee Judges because he just...
Lee Judges is not on. It's Dan Potts usually. Lee
yeah, no problem. No, I'm having worked with
Toby as well. Oh, I don't know.
Toby? Me and Toby will probably fight.
You argue with yourself in the mirror, man. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean?
No, every day I wake up, I kiss my left bicep and I'm like, let's be great.
What about the right? How come just the left? What about the right one?
Clearly,
you have to switch. Every day you kiss a different bicep.
Okay, first.
Sounds like there's an imbalance in the team. That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like the left bicep is Robertson and
Lawless,
the
I
right
lost
bicep is
55
Trent.
kilograms, brother.
You did.
This is the
It was
process.
just. I'm proud.
Let me get the six-pack this summer. Everyone in trouble. Everyone's in trouble this summer. Let me tell you right now. Anyway.
You mean
Jordan's in trouble through a fucking camera?
No, not guys.
This guy,
oh, you mean in the hood? You mean back in Jordan?
Positive trouble, eh? Positive trouble. Win quick. Positive trouble, my lovely people.
The trappers are in trouble.
Hold on. Watch out, Jordan. Husam Big Cherry is coming.
The trappers
are Big Cherry is indeed coming.
Oh my god.
Strong post.
Where did I find him? I found him on Twitter. And I invited him to come.
Let me tell you the story. I actually know the exact story where Matisse find me, Nathan. Funnily enough, I was doing a chill space at night. It wasn't even a football space. And we were speaking on relationships and like how the sort of the dynamic is between men and women and, you know, who's supposed to do what. We were just having, you know, general conversations about relationships. And I just went on a rant for like a 2-minute rant. And everyone in the space was just dying of laughter. Matisse was in the listeners and he just followed me and he tweeted, "I love this guy." And I just followed him back. And ever since then, you know, we started
a Twitch show. Funnily enough, I did a Twitch show with everybody here separately. I did a Twitch show with Flawless where we just did not talk about football one bit, just pure analogies. Did a Twitch show with Husam, Mystic Husam, who told me about all of the different achievements his club would get last season. And then I did a Love Island show with Daps and Rants. But mainly me and Daps, and sometimes when Rants could make it. And it was fantastic. All 3 shows, I must say, were fucking hilarious. And I thought to myself, I can't actually do all of these next season because I just know I'm not going to be able to keep up. And I said, you know what? I'm going to fuck everybody in the same room. And I just put everybody together. And I think it worked.
It worked. Of course it worked.
put everybody in this.
Credit for it.
Anything with Husam works, Matisse. It's okay.
Oh, this guy. Your ego needs bruising badly, man. I'm telling you.
I'm not ego.
Now, I've realized you just learn to get along with it. That's what you have to do. Just learn that it's there.
Bro, I'm just confident. Why does it have to be arrogance? It's confidence, my guy. Confidence. You have to be confident.
Absolutely.
If you don't believe in you, who gonna believe in you? You have to believe in you.
That's facts. I agree with Husam. That's true.
Oh, Jesus. Husam, Lawless, and Tobe stream will never end. I just leave. I'll probably just let them.
Me and Lawless have got
to with his spaces and just leave someone running it.
Hey, Matisse should get a co-pilot. Like, oh, you do this show. I can't be asked to this show.
Oh, honestly. All right. Well, I feel like let's go to City because City are in a title race. Do you know what I mean? They're moving serious. The Sharks are swimming. The Sharks are swimming. They can see the blood in the water, and then you guys are on a mad run. And do you know what? I've looked at your fixture list stats, and I don't really think there's any sign of it ending. I'm hopeful that you guys are keeping. You're going to keep this up. The way that you're playing, you're going through the gears now. Haaland is doing scissor kicks, and Grealish is back. You know what I mean? So talk to me, bro. What was it like?
Last season we drew with Crystal Palace, yeah, and then from that point it kicked in, and it's the same. The Forest game when we drew with Forest. Since then it kicked in, and like if I look at, we've still got some tough games. Arsenal fans are now focusing on it's still ours to lose because if we win at the Etihad, Arsenal fans stop focusing on that game. That is 3 points going to Manchester City. We still, however, have to go to Brighton. Look at that game. We might slip up. This is no longer Arsenal's to lose. This is ours to lose now, right?
It is.
This is.
It's both of you, isn't it?
You know what it is, yeah? It's not because it's not in their hands no more. It's in our hands because I've always said if we are the best City, and we have to be, if we're not the best City, Arsenal will win the league. But if we are the best City, I can look at these tough away games, and yeah, they're tough. But if we're the best City, the City that I've said will win it because we know what to do, games like Saturday will happen, where when we have to go and play away games against relegation teams that need the points, we'll just go, no, because we want it more than you. This is what Pep did with the City team in February. He tested the players. Who wants it? I'm going to drop all these players and play younger players and test who wants it. And now it's risen. You've got Grealish, who looks at last like, we all knew he looked good, but now he looks better. He's
proper. Yeah, he really is.
He's looking like
do you know what? I'm happy for him, you know, because he was getting a lot of heat, and even like the questions he was starting to get asked, and he had to kind of defend his position in the team and what the instructions were to follow. Has anything changed for you for Grealish in terms of, has he been given more freedom, or is it the same role that he's always had and he's just starting to click?
You know what? Right. So I feel like Pep, for me, he's always done what Pep has asked him to do. Yeah. Otherwise, he simply would not be starting. But I always said, when he gets the confidence in himself, then more assists, more goals will start to come, because he'll start to be that little bit more confident, where it's like, you know what, this time the defenders think I'm going to pass it, lay it off to Rodri. But actually, this time, do you know what? I'm going to be that little bit more direct. And it's now he's got the confidence in himself that he is taking on shots. He is looking to be that one with the final pass. And it's just, look, confidence in football is a mad thing. And when the confidence
the ball
comes,
for Hairline,
I always said, you'll see the best Grealish, better than you ever saw at Villa, right?
Has he been your second best attacker this season? Or I know Foden had a great start.
Ake, Haaland and Grealish are our three best players. And do you know what? That's probably a bit harsh on Rodri. Rodri's been good, but it's mad. Rodri just seems to have this thing where it's Rodri is doing what Rodri does. So we don't talk
he's just consistent.
Too much. But it's all just coming good. Haaland is a man possessed.
Freak, bro. And Pep takes him off with the hat-trick.
Bayern's a big game, bro.
Big game. I need you to go out. I'm not gonna lie, against Bayern. I need you to. Thomas. I know I've been always in your camp as an oil brother up until this point, but I'm German in midweek. You know,
I told you last week. I told you, Daps.
I'm gonna be rooting for Bayern like crazy, bro. Like,
I don't blame you, bro. But look, Haaland was brought in not just for the league, mainly for the Champions League. And last season, when we played Real Madrid in that semi-final first leg, we didn't make the deficit big enough. We need, for me, if we go back to the Allianz with a 2-goal lead, that plays into our hands, because then they have to come at us, and then we can start picking them off with passes to Haaland. They're not in the best form as it is, but it's a hard game. It's Bayern Munich, man. It's Bayern Munich in the Champions League.
It's going to be a great game, man. It's going to be a great game.
So, look, the thing is now, Arsenal fans are still looking at it, trying to find how a positive spin on it.
Go on.
They have more rests than we have, but rests when you've got a lot to think about sometimes aren't good, right? When you've got to sit there for a week before you play City, thinking, "Oh shit, we played them twice this season. We've lost both times. Oh shit, last time we went away to a big team, we were 2-0 up and fucking threw it away." It's a lot of things for these players that have never done it before to be thinking about. And I'm just saying, as a man, that I have done streams all day today because it's my first day all weekend without my daughter. So I want to take my mind off the fact my daughter's not with me. I don't want to overthink things. Arsenal are human beings, and they've never done this before, and they can have all this time to let all these thoughts move about in their head.
The only thing that somebody brought up to me, which was quite interesting, is obviously we speak about the experience that Zinchenko and Jesus have got, but also Arteta's been under a title winning. He's been literally in the dressing room year in, year out for title running. So he should have some sort of experience to bring to the table of what a title running is like, not as a manager, but as literally second in command. So that's something that, but what Arsenal fans will also say to you is that going into that game against City, they've got Jesus, they've got Partey, they've got Saliba will be back then. Whereas when they played you in the cup, they did rest quite a bit. And I think that game, if anything, they put up a good account for themselves. I didn't really see that as you guys
Matisse,
asserting your authority on that.
Matisse, you know what? I said at the time, because that was the narrative at the time, that this was a rotated Arsenal and it was City's best 11. And at the time I said, no. This is not City's best 11. This is City's in-form 11 right now, right? Because a lot of players were being tested at that point by Pep. Like, you go back and look at that City team back then to this City team right now, it looks very different as well. And I said at the time, you lot are saying it because, you know, there was a lot of questions around City at that time. Now those questions are gone. We're now back with the City that we all believe in. The City that actually do go on runs at the end of the season. We're in phenomenal form. Bro, they have won one game in the last 15 against Man City. The other 14 we have won, right? They've lost twice to us this season,
Jesus
right?
Christ, that's a
they
bad
have to
record.
come to the Etihad. I'm telling you now, the Etihad, yeah, is a fortress, bro. It has been for a long time. And when you're coming there, when you've lost against us twice this season, if you want to do recent, if you want to do over the last 15 games, then it looks even worse. And we saw against Liverpool, look, Arsenal will bounce back and they will win probably most of their games. But when the pressure is on, not having it.
I want to come to Husam on because he's the only one that kept. Well, he went to an Arsenal win, so I don't know if you've changed your mind. But when people are doing the mathematics are very simple, right? Arsenal are currently 6 points clear, game played more. City win their game in hand, 3 points. They play each other at the Etihad. City need to win to go level. Goal difference, they're winning by 5. Any other result, if Arsenal get a draw, if they get a win, clearly the title is more in their favor and they're actually completely in control. Right now, mathematically, factually, you're both in control. You're both in control of how many goals you score for goal difference. You're both in control of the game at the Etihad and you're both able and capable of winning the game. So there's nobody that's in control. You're both in control. That's factual. You obviously say that you feel like you guys are in control and they're not because you're at home and you got the experience. They'll say you've got more competitions to juggle. You've also got an FA Cup game as well. And you might have, your hands in all of the different pies. Let me ask you, Sam, after you took points off them, are you now sticking with Arsenal are going to close it? Or are you going to come back to the good side? The agreement, the contractual agreement amongst us four. Yes, the good side. Or are you going to stay over there and be edgy?
Okay. First of all, there's no good side with you and Flawless in it. Second of all,
What?
Second
you say
of
fuck
all,
me for? Go on.
Second of all, look, it really just relies on that Etihad game now. Like whatever happens on the Etihad, bro. I've seen this movie before. I've seen the same exact fucking movie, 18, 19, when we were in the title race and we were way ahead and blah 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 blah. I've seen the same movie before. We had to go to the Etihad. That game, City are gonna be on some next level shit. I'm telling you right now, City will not perform at a normal level that game. They won't. They will play at an even higher level of Manchester City. And for me, I think Arsenal draw that game, they go on to win the league. If they lose that game, that's it. It's over for me. Like, I do not think any team is going to take points off of City. Even their bogey team, Southampton, they beat 4-1. So, like, it's just, they're just on it right now. They've just fully, like, switched on. So, for me, I just think when it comes to this whole situation, City even beat Arsenal at the Emirates. So it's very difficult for me to guess that Arsenal would win at the Etihad. But
they
Arsenal need a draw.
They could draw. Yeah, they could draw.
Yeah, exactly. But Arsenal need a draw. So if Arsenal get a draw, then I think they probably are still favorites for the league. But as of today, look, it is in both. This is why the draw is interesting, right? Had we beat Arsenal, people would have been saying City are favorites. Had we lost to Arsenal, people would say Arsenal are favorites. Now, because it's a draw, it's low-key in both of their hands. Like, we just, all what we did is we brought Pep closer to Arteta, and we're like, here's the trophy, you hold one half, and Arteta, you hold the other half. And now at the Etihad, whatever happens that game is what will decide this league. People are out here talking about, oh, you might lose to that team, you might lose to this team, blah, blah, blah. I think Arsenal are ruthless enough to beat everyone else, and City are going to beat everyone else. So it's just now down to that specific game. Whatever happens in those 90 minutes of football decides the title for me.
I would also say, like, we've got to go, don't get twisted, we've got to go Brighton. Brighton away is not an easy game, right? Arsenal have to go to Newcastle. Newcastle away is not going to be an easy game.
They also play Brighton at home as well. Yeah. I said Arsenal also play Brighton at home as well.
Yeah, do you know what? I'll be honest. I think Arsenal win that. I think Arsenal beat Brighton.
I think they will, but what I'm saying is I agree with you in terms of I don't think it's easy.
Newcastle away is last season's kryptonite, and this season again as well. Newcastle away is on the list for them. And Newcastle Newcastle drew at the Emirates. They got the best defense in the league, and they're scoring goals now.
Mm-hmm. And Husam was like pretty much spot on when he spoke about if Liverpool had won the game, people would have said City favourites. If Arsenal win the game, Arsenal are favourites. I think I think this weekend is vital, and I think there's been a momentum shift. And I think it's in City's favour. The manner in how the game went with Arsenal leading 2-0 and the fact that they should have won the game, conceding the late goal to then draw 2-2, Zinchenko crying on the bench as well. That's something that people are going to remember. And I legit think the momentum has shifted in City's favour off this weekend's game. 110%. I think City would have seen our win. All right, so if we win the game in hand with 3 points behind, then at the Etihad, again, I agree with Husam. City are always like, they've been on it. What's the last title race that was close that Manchester City were in that they lost? They don't lose in these situations. When you look at it, when it's been close, when it's been a point, or it's been 2, 3, 4 points, whenever it's close.
Even all the way back to Ferguson.
Like even with the last one they probably lost was with us. I can't remember you talking over 10 years ago. Anytime it's been close with Liverpool, they've done the business.
Yeah.
The title that Liverpool won, Liverpool were miles clear.
Yeah.
So City are not only equipped for this situation, they've been here before. Arsenal have not. And I think it shows because Arsenal should have won that game against Liverpool. You cannot be 2-0 up in complete control and cruising and draw 2-2. And look at the reaction from Zinchenko. Look at the reaction from Arsenal. Look at the reaction from the fans. They didn't lose that game. They actually drew, which before the game you say you take a point at Anfield is very telling. Arsenal fans, no. Zinchenko knows. He's made a mistake that's cost his team, not a loss, a draw at the start of April.
Yeah, it's a big...
And
big
he's crying because you know why? Zinchenko knows.
Mm.
He's been at Manchester City long enough in these type of situations. He knows
he's like,
when a momentum shifts.
What have I just done?
What have I done? That's why he's there crying. Bear in mind, Jesus missed the sitter at 2-0. It should have been 3-0. Let's not forget.
Trent ain't even a dribbler like that, and he let him dribble past him.
Jesus missed the sitter when someone, I can't remember who crossed it over, and he missed it at the back stick. So I think that game's very telling, and I think it's insane. I've got.
Do you know what? Do you know what? That Liverpool. I'm going to ask you, Sam, as well, what you think. But that Liverpool draw before the game, that's a great draw because we know their record at Liverpool is horrendous, right? But the way that it went, it does, like you say, it does. If they come back from 2-0 down 2-2,
yes.
whole different thing.
Different
but
momentum.
because they let it go, and
matter.
Exactly, the circumstances do make a difference. But I don't think it's a bad point because I don't think you can ever go to Liverpool in this league and ever say it's a bad point. I think if they are to reflect, they may reflect on maybe, you know, the lines not being drawn against Brentford or something like that. That would be more, I would be more pissed at something like that, to be honest. Because let's be honest, Liverpool deserve to get a point as well. It's not like as Liverpool played awfully the whole game.
They played well.
Yeah, so
but that's what it is, Matisse. It's the performance. Arsenal were in complete control and with a better side for the vast majority of that first half. They then give Liverpool the lifeline with the late goal they scored. A serious team who's gonna go and win the Premier. All right, let's see this out. Let's go and get the third. And let's not mistake, they had chances to get that third goal at times.
Yeah,
they had chances to win that game. The Martinelli one that overhit, the Jesus one, like I said in the first half. This is, and the reason why I'm nitpicking because
Tierney as well, close.
Like Tierney is key moments like that. People, we're not talking about battling for top 4 here. We're talking about competing for the Premier League, and it goes back to when me and Husam was talking about Liverpool being good enough. The reason why I nitpick because when you're at the highest level, they're the type of things that will cost you. I'm saying all of us have seen our teams lose league titles and win league titles, and we can pinpoint in certain parts of the season where it was won or lost for each of us.
Do you know what? As much as I obviously don't want them to win it, and I'm very open and shameless about it. I get where Husam's pain over the years has come from because you're just you City are bastards, man. Like you just put everything in every game. Go on the long. Arsenal have been brilliant this season, honestly. And if they were to lose to City at the Etihad, right, and it was a slim defeat, and win every other game and lose on goal difference, I understand why Liverpool fans can't stand City because I'm telling you, if this shit happened to me, bro, I'll be kicking off. Your team is slogging away week in, week out, picking up wins, and City just won't piss off, bro. Like genuinely, what's wrong with you lot?
Do you know what it is, bro? And this is the thing. It's Pep's management of the whole season. This is where it is. You know, Liverpool at the moment, like Husam said, they look mentally drained. They look tired, right? We have to remember and actually put a little bit. And this is what I said at the end of last season, where I didn't actually come for Liverpool fans. I said, the reason why you didn't get over the line in the Champions League is because you were so mentally tired, right? But you have to remember, this is Pep's 7th season at City. Cool. First season we were off the boil. But since then, that's been 6 seasons of doing this, right? So you have to appreciate that. And this isn't just on Pep. This is on everything at the club. The way that, you know, Husam's talking about Liverpool need 3 midfielders this summer. The way that the club is run to make sure that it's just bringing in enough players to keep that. Like this season, for me, if I look at City, is it a coincidence that the 3 players that, for me, I'm saying have been our best are Grealish, who was maybe a bit part player last season, so he can't take too much credit.
It always takes the first year. I keep saying it. You have to give the City signings 1 year first, and then the second year they usually do something.
But then even with Haaland, like you've got to remember, Haaland has joined a Manchester City team that has won the league for the last 2 years. That guy sets himself very serious goals that he wants to achieve. And one of them is not walking into Manchester City and being part of a team that do not retain the Premier League. I'll tell you now, that man wants to score these goals in the league because he don't want to be there even thinking that anyone is looking at him going, hold on, have you made City worse? He don't want that. So they brought in players that have just given it that refresh and that desire enough. And Pep's tested it. And now look, we could drop. We could. I'm not here saying we've won the league. We could Brighton away. I worry about that game. Brentford away, last day of the season. I'm not going to be comfortable until the final whistle on the last day of the season.
Oh,
but
come on,
right
Daps,
now,
man.
for me, like all season.
What will Brentford have to fight for, though?
Bro, and we have to fight. But the fact is,
they just, sometimes teams just turn up to spoil parties.
Whatever they've got to.
Brighton last game of the season, ask him.
No, but Husam's kind of
Brighton. Remember when you played Brighton last game of the season? Glenn Murray scored at the start, but then after
we scored a minute later. But
but that's not even my point. My point is, what did Brighton even have to fight for that day that they're gonna kill themselves on the pitch for?
But Husam, it doesn't matter. There is nothing, in the Premier League that anyone can be fighting for more than fighting for the league title. Yeah. So even if Brentford are fighting for 6th, 7th, 8th place, we're fighting for the fucking league, bro. So we will want it more than them, and we know how to get what we want. So I'm backing my team. And
listen,
it's been a hard season.
Bro, that's my exact point.
Do you know what? I disagree. I disagree.
That's my exact point.
Brentford. No, because what you just said, I actually disagree with. Brentford being in Europe is a massive deal to them. That is huge for a club the size of Brentford. I think we're forgetting how big Brentford are. They're not big, right? They keep calling themselves a bus stop for a reason. If Brentford make Europe, they will be moving mad. Yeah. So I'm not, like I said, yes, I know your desire. I know your desire is big, but I'm just saying, if you're a Brentford fan, you ain't gonna agree with what you just said. That is a massive, massive achievement to make Europe for Brentford. It's not like Chelsea making Europa or Liverpool. Yeah, we don't give a damn. Maybe Brentford. Bro, trust me, they'll be fighting for that.
Matisse, you're missing my point.
Not more. The desire is more to win a league and do it.
Can I just explain myself? Because clearly I'm the only one on that side of the argument. I agree with Daps. City are gonna have ultimate motivation. I'm saying the team that you play on the last day, if they're fighting relegation, if they're fighting for something that is important to that extent, they are gonna kill themselves on the football pitch. We have seen relegation teams before beat league, winning sides. We've seen it even with Flawless's team. Remember when United were in a title race? West Brom, they wanted to fight relegation. They killed themselves on the pitch that day. Now, all I'm saying is, come the last game of the season, circumstances matter. If Brentford are in 6th place secure, no one can overtake them. And that's different. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, here's the thing. Let's cut the crap here, Matisse. Who's going to catch them, me or you? Who's going to catch them? Let's be honest.
Aston Villa.
Oh, here's the thing with that.
No,
what
but
you're saying,
Hassam, once again,
what you're saying is right.
If Brentford get conference, it's also a W.
I hear it. I'm just saying that the race for Europe doesn't actually include us anymore. Maybe.
Yes, it doesn't. I agree.
Aston Villa, Brighton, Brentford, and then
that's it.
Yeah. So
Spurs, you can put Spurs in there.
Liverpool as well. You might have only 8th. Liverpool. You might have 8th.
No. I don't think we get it. Flawlessly.
No, but you're in the race.
But what I'm saying is,
don't get it. You're in the race for Europe.
Brentford are 9th. So let's just swap.
We're going to lose 2 leads next week.
Hold on. Let's just swap Liverpool and Brentford. If Brentford are 8th, Liverpool are 9th. So Brentford in 8th, Brighton in 7th, and Aston Villa in 6th. Forget Tottenham, United, and Newcastle. They're in their own little thing. So there's only 2 spots for Europe there. One is conference, one is Europa, and one is nothing. So there will be a fight. No, unless, like I said, unless your points. unless your point stands that there is a gap, cool. But if there's no gap, Husam, then there could be a fight.
Let me bedunk this. No. Let me bedunk this. No, Husam, I'll debunk.
I leave Fulham out of this because Mitch.
I'll let you respond, but I'm the only one who arguing this point. So let me just explain it. I'm saying, Matisse, Brighton, Villa, Brentford, all three clubs, whether it's conference or Europa, it is a successful season because they got into Europe. So now let's push that to the side. Now what I'm saying is, who can contend with them for those European spots? It's either me or you. Are we both going to contend? The answer is no. So because we are both not going to contend, I am simply merely predicting from now till that game, and this is just a prediction, could be right, could be wrong. I think Brentford, Brighton, Aston Villa, all three clubs will be a lot more comfortable, comfier.
Okay, so who's going to drop out between?
Now, hear me out. Final statement. Are you gonna kill yourself on the pitch to beat Man City just to switch from Europa League to Conference League or vice versa? Is that enough of a motivation?
If you're telling me that Tottenham, United, or Newcastle are going to drop all the way down, then cool. But your logic doesn't stand up because there's 8 teams, 7 places. So there won't be any comfortability because there's only 2 slots.
And here's
I just told you, there's 3 teams and there's 2 slots. So there is no comfortable nothing.
And this is where his logic's dead. Anyway, you know how
even if you take me and you out of it, there's still 3 teams and 2 slots.
7th is conference, Matisse.
I know. I just told you. You didn't listen. Flawless. You see, flawless. You see what I'm talking? Let me. No. I have a way of ending this conversation.
I do. I can kill this once. Then
he trying to say he didn't hit.
No. Husam here trying to say Liverpool not in the title. You're above Brentford now. You joke, man.
Fuck Liverpool.
You're above Brentford now with a game in hand.
You lose the games, you joke, man.
You got a game in hand. You a joke, man. I'm trying to say you're not in a European title race. You know what I'm saying? You're in a race for Europe. Don't do that.
We are in the race. We really.
You are clearly. How are you not in the race for Europe?
I promise you, we're going to lose to Leeds next.
No. I didn't say you're going to win. How are you not in the race? The same way you tried to say United win a title race. How are Liverpool not in a title race right now? European. For the European
same way you said no, I'm going to say no.
How you going to say no? But when I use that logic, you didn't want to hear it. So now you're using my logic, yeah?
Yeah, I'm using
joke,
your
man.
Against you, so you have to be a
joke, man.
Husam,
wait, no, Matisse, before you go, we was never above Arsenal City. Exactly, right then. We was never a point above either of them with a game in hand. Debunked in it. See how this guy runs agendas, people. I'm saying that.
All I'm saying is,
basically, we have an Arab saying, "You are a camel. You never forget." So camels, they don't forget. Whatever, if you slap a camel in the face once, 3 years later he'll remember. So now you're just gonna keep bringing up shit that I said 6 months ago.
I'm gonna use shit you said 6 months ago. Yes.
Get the camel analogies. Your actual numerical point is wrong. Okay, there's the top 7 and there's 8 teams excluding Chelsea and Liverpool fighting for those European places. That's my point.
Look at Chelsea, man. They're top of the bottom league. That's wild.
So
here's the thing, Matisse.
When I disprove his
Matisse, show the table. No, Matisse, can you please just show the table so I can explain my point, please?
No, because your point is, I'm
actually going to explain it because no one gets me.
Please, I do get you. You're just wrong.
No, okay, show me the table. Can you just show me the table? Okay.
He's managed to make this about Chelsea.
Okay, so now what I'm saying is, here's the thing. Newcastle, Man United, Tottenham, right? One of them is going to fall off from the top 4. Okay? So now you add that team. So now you've got the 6th and the 7th place, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So Brentford on the final day of the season, if they are in 6th or 7th, is their motivation enough of a reason to kill themselves on the pitch? If it's just a difference between a Europa and a Conference League, my answer is no. If the difference was Europa or Champions League, my answer is yes, because Brentford, if you're telling a club like Brentford, you're going to end up in the Champions League, that is when they're going to be killing themselves on the pitch. But if the difference is Europa or Conference, both of them are similar / equal level accomplishments. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, all right. Well, the question to you three actually, because it adds into this. Let us know in the chat as well. If the FA Cup winner is already guaranteed to be in the Champions League, does an extra European place become available? Because I know the FA Cup winner gets Europe, correct? So will it drop to 8?
The FA Cup winner gets Europa League.
Okay, so let's say it's Manchester City or Manchester United and they both finish in the top 4. This is where
Brighton could make it interesting.
No, so I'm asking, does an extra European place open up if one of the 2 Manchester clubs wins the
I do
FA
think
Cup?
so, yeah. I do think so.
So it could be 8th.
Doesn't
Yeah, I
something
think
also
basically
happen
what happens
if
is the 8th
United,
spot also
if
goes to
United
conference.
drop out the top 4? Doesn't something happen there as well with one of the European competitions?
No, because it'd be Europa League anyway, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
if we
yeah.
finished. Yeah, so yeah. Let us know. Let me know in the chat, please, people, how that works.
Either
I
way,
do
listen,
think
we're
there's
beating,
a spot
we're
that
beating
opens up.
Brentford either way, by the way. Just
There's
to
an
throw it
extra
out there.
spot, but it's gonna be an extra Conference League spot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, okay.
So now basically this is what happens. Flawless. As things stand, 5th and 6th to go to Europa, 7th to go to conference. Right? That's the detailed right now. If Brighton win FA Cup and they finish 7th, they go to Europa. So by definition, the team in 8th go to conference.
Yeah, this
Matisse is studying something right now, I can tell.
This is all confusing to
Look
me.
at his nerdy glasses showing us. Formula 1 is not a sport, Matisse. Why are you looking at Leclerc?
No, I'm just because apparently there's some madness going on with the mods and everything. So yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, just don't be blocking people unless it's a madness, people.
Oh, it's them ones again.
Yeah, don't be blocking people for no reason, please. All
Who's
right.
fighting who?
I don't know. There's a whole heap of madness kicking off in the chat. I don't know what's going on.
Hold tight the chat. Make sure the chat is running up the likes as well, please, people.
Yeah, so Mazzolini.
And make sure you spam hashtag free Husam.
All right. Cool. I don't know what Husam said, but he's wrong. All right, so
I'm wrong because you don't know what I said.
Bro, I'm just telling you that it's highly doubtful.
Bro, all I'm saying is questioning levels of motivation. You just don't get my point because you don't want to get it.
No, because you said that
fighting for
Liverpool
Champions League. If Brentford is fighting for Champions League, I understand your logic. I'm saying both Europa and Conference to them are also equal level.
And I'm saying they might not make either because Aston Villa are there.
Okay, and if they don't make either, then they will have zero motivation. That's even worse.
No, I'm saying on the last day, they could not make nothing or they could make one of them. So there will be motivation. But it depends on the points. Anyway, Man United to finalize.
Anyway, Chelsea 11th.
Yeah, we always left till last when we win, but I hear you go.
No, that's not the truth.
We didn't even make the title, you prick. But go on, carry on.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I mean, I run out of characters, bro.
Oh, yeah. You run out of characters. Let us have got slapped 2-0, 3-0. You would have had enough characters then, innit? But
what was I meant to say? What did you want? What did you want in the title?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you beat Everton in the relegation zone.
Yeah, okay. But if we would have lost to Everton, we would have been front and center.
But you're not expected to lose to Everton.
I've got enough letters to say MU. Do you want MU in the title?
Yeah, put Man U in there. Yeah. Put Man U in there. Yes.
I haven't got time for Man U. I can do M and U.
Battle of what inverted fullbacks? Who? What was this battle?
What was Zinchenko and Trent? Yeah.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Check the share screen.
Yeah, fair.
Fair enough. That's pretty good. That's pretty decent.
You got me in it. Like
he's telling me. Wow.
How did you mean that? Thank you, Trent. That's outrageous. That's the outrageous part. But we moved.
See, can you guys imagine who Sam made this? You guys, how elite is this? Be real.
I like it. That's fine.
I did think it's nice to sound.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
No, that's fine. No, Sam, that's cold. 100%.
I'm learning how to make thumbnails.
Now you're doing bits, man. You know what I'm saying? That was nice. It was.
Now you just need to learn to end spaces on time. Anyway.
You know what? Elon Musk is doing that for me.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I come on YouTube, the guys DM me. They're like, wow.
Yeah, he froze his back.
And I need to learn how to get better Wi-Fi, clearly. Elon Musk keeps doing that for me, Matisse. Like, every time I come on YouTube, the guys DM me like, yo, the space crashed. I'm like, okay, well done. Big up.
Unlucky. But yeah, Bruno's dictating play and shit against Everton, I'm hearing. Is this a new number 8 that we got in town?
Let's relax.
Have we got a new controller in town?
Let's see. You a joke, man. Let's not do that. This is not what we do in the saying, Matisse. Don't try it. Like this is not what we are doing.
Control.
Let's not do results based analysis solely on it. Did Bruno play well? Yes. You know what I'm saying? The whole team did both games. The Everton game.
McTominay played well.
Yeah, he did. I just said everybody. That includes McTominay. Everybody played well.
And Maguire, to be fair.
Maguire, everyone, all the way from the goalkeeper, all the defenders, all the midfielders, all the attackers. Only criticism I have in the Everton game is that we didn't score more. But other than that, that's my only criticism. Everybody played well to a T. We did what was required, not only in that game, but also the Brentford game as well, especially after losing to Newcastle. And it's just, I'm looking at his form, his confidence, his momentum. I've said that about the Premier League. Me personally, I don't care for top 4. Never have, never will. Because we have 2 cup competitions we are still in. But it's about just keeping form and keeping momentum because it's something you can't switch on and off like a light switch. And we do have Sevilla on Thursday. So I wanted us to be in good form going into that. And we are confident. We've been good at home. pretty much all season. But what I like most about the 2 games is we put in, outside of the results, we actually put in good performances as well. And our performances haven't been good. Yeah, like they're 2 of the best performances we put together back to back in a long time, which I am pleased about. Yeah. Bear in mind, players was missing as well. Casemiro was missing. Obviously, Eriksen just got back as well. The Rashford injury is a blow. Martial managed to play 2 matches.
Out for Rashford?
How long is he out?
They haven't said. I've not seen any reports say. The chat will know though. The chat will,
comment section. Let us know the rumor.
Yeah, let us know the rumor.
Apparently, Rashford tweeted something. He apparently had a medical and tweeted something like "plenty more left in the tank."
Yeah, he'll be back. The only game I'm actually very concerned about him missing is the Brighton FA Cup semi-final. Out of all the games we have, no. I'm not scared of no one who's 4 points away from the bottom 3 in La Liga.
But Sevilla are like the Madrid of the Europa League. They always turn up in that Europa League.
Don't care in it. We just beat the team that's top of the league, and I'm good. And we just beat another team who are above Sevilla as well. We beat their city rivals.
I hear you.
Do you know what? I think that is United's confidence in Europe. That we always knew when United are back in Europe, they have that confidence. It's the same as Liverpool in Europe. It's a different.
I wouldn't say it's the same.
And the thing is, we've been performing well.
The European trophies.
Minus Rashford being injured, he pretty much has a fully fit squad to choose from. Like I say, Casemiro being back, Eriksen. I'm so happy that Eriksen is back as well, firing and fit. So we got our first choice midfield is back. Everybody else is fit. 0 complaints. And just like I said, I can't wax Liverpool enough about us bouncing back because we haven't lost 2 games in a row since the opening day of the season where we have. And that's something we've managed to do. The home form has been very, very good, and that's continued. Do we need to improve on the road? Yes. That's why when I'm even looking at the Premier League, the away games are the ones that concern me, not the home games. But I still think we'll finish in the top 4. Yeah. I still think we'll finish 3rd. And I don't let good.
You think you'll finish ahead of Newcastle?
Yeah. I think we'll finish above Newcastle. Yeah. If someone was to say Newcastle, go on.
The biggest worry for Man United, and it is how long Rashford is out for, and how fit Martial can stay. Because if Rashford is out for a little while, and Martial does lose his fitness again, then I think we'd all look at it and go, I don't know where the goals are coming from.
Yeah, 100%, and that's the issues we've had all season. Even when Rashford's been fit, I've said on this show, I've said on numerous other shows, it's all well and good Rashford being in the form that he is, because Rashford's been in incredible form. But we need to add goals from elsewhere. This is why when people was talking about 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago, are you in a title race? And I kept saying verbatim, look at the team. I'm saying I don't let the fact the manager's overachieving and the players are performing well fool me. I don't do results-based analysis. Same way after we lost to Newcastle last week, it was all doom and gloom. It was a bad day at the office. It was a terrible performance. But that's all it was. It was nothing more than that. When we played Liverpool, same thing. Terrible day at the office. Everything that went wrong for us could have went wrong. But we've bounced back since both of them. And nothing's really changed long-term. I'm looking at the summer. It's vitally important we do the correct transfer business in the summer. Because we've made this much.
Will you have the money? Because it seems like your takeover situation isn't really going in.
Yeah.
That's why. That's the only way I worry, because your team needs upgrades in key areas.
Oh yeah, massively. Like even the over reliance on Eriksen is way too much. He should have been a squad player after everything he's gone through. Obviously, with his health, he shouldn't really have to be playing week in week out for Man United. That's not really the plan. So if you guys don't get the money coming in and it's Weghorst and Sabitzer loans in the summer, it's a long day. You're fucked. Yeah, you're actually fucked. Genuinely, because the reason why I say it is because if you are, and I think you will be back in the Champions League, I agree. You can't be rocking up to the Champions League with no money. It's not going to work. And that's what it is. And it's like we can't continue to rely on Ten Hag to do the absolute most, and all our top players to be at the most, and then our average players to be performing to an average level or above average. Because eventually that catches up with you. Like I say, our performances, a lot of our results, the performances haven't been matched. It's been dogged. It's been tenacious. Like outside of like Everton and Brentford, where we were very good, the majority of our performances have been like that. Even away from home, I don't know after this weekend, but before this weekend, we had the 5th best away record. I was like, how? Because when you look at our performances on the road, they haven't been good. Even games we've won. You know what I'm saying? That I can count on one hand the amount of good performances away from Old Trafford in the Premier League. I can go, yes, we played well that game, or we played very well. We were exceptional. But again, that's credit to Ten Hag. That's credit to the players, but that's not something you should be relying on. But that goes to show the improvement that needs to be made. And this window is key. And you mentioned it there in regards to the ownership. I don't know what's going on with the ownership. I've said that. Do I want the Qatari owners? Of course, because these Glazers are crooks, and what they are costing us is potentially us doing even better things next season. Because we can still, we've won one trophy.
Because right now there's a ceiling.
Two or three. Yeah, there's a ceiling. Whereas, like, I always say it, give us the best possible platform to succeed. And if we fall short because of quality, I can take that. I'm like, cool, but I don't want to fall short because we didn't have the money to go and invest in somebody.
Is there any? Have you started looking at the free transfers that could be available? Because there's always a few bargains, you know. You guys, you should look around. There's always
Benzema.
I'm actually being serious because
I take Benz in a heartbeat.
Take it from someone we've splashed 600 million and I've got people tweeting that we still need a goalkeeper and a DM and this and that. And I'm like
11th. Hold that.
It's gotta be a booking.
See that? Oh, I thought you were.
Oh, I thought it was gonna get sent off. Hi guys, Chelsea are 11th, ladies and gentlemen. Matisse Nunez, possibly future Liverpool midfielder, just scored one of the goals of the season. They went away to the
3, 2, 1, start. Oh yeah, you are
Matisse, are gonna disrespect me like that?
Are really annoying. But you don't want to talk about Man United. Is that the Man United section done?
Bro, Man United beat Everton at home. Congratulations. What did you do? Who gives a fuck?
I'm just asking.
That we are just final.
Even I beat Everton at home.
But the way you just transitioned there was unhealthy. It wasn't a natural transition. That was a forced, unhealthy. That was like are we there yet kind of transition. That was like a rushed. Give me my sweets now transition.
Big Six as an excuse earlier on, so I already know your game. So I just had to get my thing.
Okay, well, this is what we're gonna do. All right, I'm gonna let Flawless finish. I'm assuming that no one has anything to say on Manchester United. Everybody just can't wait to dig into Frankie Lampard's first game. I'm gonna let you shout out your channels. I'm gonna play the outro, and then we're gonna have a post-credits slander session. And then I'm just gonna end it whenever. Okay?
That's nice.
But at least then I don't have to.
If you end it mid-sentence.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let everybody finish their point, slander, but then at some point I'm just gonna end it with no.
But you have to be on the stream. Don't just put me on Flawless and disappear.
Yes, I will be here. No matter.
I will be there for the post.
I will be here. Okay.
But yeah, in regards to it, yeah, man. Like I say, two wins to bounce back after a disappointing game. We play Sevilla, then we play Forest. I'm fully expecting us to basically put the game to bed against Sevilla, very similar to what we did against Real Betis, where we won 4-1. Made the second leg literally a training session. Forest won't be easy. They are fighting for their lives, even though they are in poor form. But I'm still expecting us to go there and just keep the momentum and keep the confidence high as well. And that's literally United fans enjoy because we still got the FA Cup semi-final as well. So yeah, Sevilla are shocking this season. Yeah. We still got the quarterfinals, like I mentioned, and we still got the semi-final against Brighton, which will be tough, especially without Rashford. But
when is that game?
It is 23rd of April, Sunday, 23rd.
All right,
the semi-final. So yeah, that's it. Yeah,
we're on the 22nd. They're on the 23rd.
Yeah. Oh, this is like in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's going to be tough. That's the one game I'm looking at going.
Then we got Arsenal on the Wednesday after that.
Cool. All right, so you should rest or you should play like under 18s against Sheffield United.
Same as when we played Liverpool in the FA Cup semi-final last year.
What are you playing in the semis?
Huh?
They got Sheffield United.
Sheffield United.
No, who you're playing in the semis? Who?
Sheffield United.
Sheffield United. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think you'll deal with that even with your bench.
Yeah, we will rotate though heavily because it's after Bayern before Arsenal. We will rotate.
Yeah, man, just play the under 18s or something. You know what I'm saying? Under 12s or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Flawless, you so scared.
Pep won't want to go out. He won't want to just throw it like that. But
you have to worry about Brighton, by the way. They're actually genuinely a good team.
I literally just said that. I was like, yeah.
Oh, you are right.
I'm shook. Like Brighton's the one game.
When I say you, I mean like Man United as a club.
Oh yeah, I know they're no scrubs. 100%.
Slander deadline is 9 p.m.
Okay, he's done. He's done.
I'm just letting you know now. 9 p.m. dot, like sharp. Flawless, let them know how to find you.
Yeah, pleasure. People. Sarcasm City TV. Hey, love for having me as always. Big.
Can you put the things on the screen so he can point at it?
Yeah. That's me Flawless on Twitter and Instagram, people. That's me Flawless, and then Sarcasm City TV on YouTube and Twitch. Football content, Premier League content, of course, Manchester United, the other Big Six as well, plus more. And then over on the Twitch, fan calling shows. NBA playing starts tomorrow, so we're going to be doing NBA playing watch-alongs. Playoff starts in a few days. NBA playoff watch-alongs, Champions League watch-alongs over there, and Manchester United Premier League watch-alongs. Like I said, that's me Flawless on Twitter and Instagram, Sarcasm City TV on YouTube and Twitch.
Husam, pleasure. Great show. Let them know where to find you, brother.
Speaking of the play-ins, I don't support anyone in the NBA because there's not enough tribalism, but I absolutely love watching the NBA. And I will be rooting not supporting, but I like Steph Curry as a player. I do want the Suns and Bucks to play in the finals because I think that'll be the most interesting. But I really like the Steph Curry because I think his legacy this year, if he wins another one with a finals MVP, can be elite. But anyway, you can find me at This Is Football, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so you did that. Wow. Matisse doing this on purpose, so I can't point on the screen. Wow. So you can find me at This Is Football right here. This is my channel. I'm gonna do, I think at 11 today, I'm gonna be doing a Liverpool show. We're gonna be doing Champions League watch-alongs. Just so much content coming your way. It's a little bit reduced because of currently it's Ramadan, so there's times where I just can't record. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to Matisse's channel. At Don Husam 6 is where the infamous spaces can be found. Instagram as well. Snapchat as well. So that's where you can find me. And make sure you subscribe to all the guys on the panel as well.
There you go. Daps, let them know where to find you. Great show, brother. Really appreciate it.
Good show. You can find me here every Monday, 7 p.m. First and most importantly. Secondly, never a foul. We don't cover basketball. We just cover all football, Premier League wise. It's not just me. There's other people over there. So there's a few United, few Arsenal, whatever else. Yeah, subscribe to that, please. We're on the road. We're nearly at 8K. So any subs would be grateful. And most importantly, find me here every single Monday, 7 p.m. and smash a like, please.
There you go. Well,
now let Sam do what he wants to do.
All right. Well, until the post credits, I'll see you guys next time in a bit, people. Lord have mercy.
3, 2, 1, start.
Don't mind me, I'm just smoking the Chelsea pack. Here's the thing, Matisse, I think, has worked with plenty of content creators. He's probably worked with 500 of them. I am hands down the one guy that gets on his nerves the most. I get on his nerves the most, and I love it. And I inject it into my veins every single time. Matisse, if you end the stream right now, we're gonna have a problem. Don't end it when I'm still speaking. Come on, you said 9 p.m.
I'm not
Be an honest man.
I'm not doing nothing. It's post credits. If they didn't stay for the Marvel film, they didn't stay.
Okay. Liverpool are supposed to be the biggest joke this season. Liverpool are supposed to be the biggest joke of a football club this season. Oh, you went from quad, blah, blah. There's a team that somehow are outdoing the clownliness that we are. Imagine how much of a clown we have become as a football club. Imagine how much of a meme I have become as an individual. And somehow Chelsea still managed to outdo that. You go to Wolverhampton Wanderers, who absolutely suck. For context for everyone, Wolverhampton Wanderers, ladies and gentlemen, they are 13th. They have a problem with scoring goals. All year long, they've only scored 15 goals. 14 goals pre the game, 15 after Matisse Nunes is finished. And then Chelsea pull up there. And they didn't pull up with no weak team. They didn't pull up with no shit players. This is the Chelsea lineup. Kepa, James, Fofana. James, by the way, the best unbelievable right back in history. Fofana, Koulibaly, Cucurella, Kovacic, Enzo, Felix, Havertz, Sterling. Yes, I left out Gallagher. I didn't count him. But the other 10, unbelievable players. And they still end up losing to Wolverhampton Wanderers and are now 11th. In the words of Matisse, if you actually look at 11th to 20th, Chelsea are top of the league. They're top of the mid-table league. So, you have to give them credit to Chelsea Football Club. So now we keep having conversations. Is London red? Is London blue? Bro, London can't be blue by definition because before it's red, it's white and red, and it's white and black because Fulham,
what was the score?
Are ahead of them. The score is 1-0.
1-0. Husam, correct me if I'm wrong.
He's going to ask how much you lost to them. No one cares.
Wolves beat you 3-0.
No problem. Now the point is, here's the point. Here's the point.
Hold on a second there, buddy.
I was supposed to be the biggest clown this year, but somehow Chelsea have managed to out-clown me. And every week I tune in to Matisse's watch along and I send him WhatsApp voice notes and I see his meltdown. Last week, the way he just took off his headphones, threw them, and he got up and he's like, "What did I just say? What did I just say? Did I not just say defend? Did I not just say defend? I just said defend and we conceded to Everton. Everton at home. We just conceded." And you can see his face getting more and more and more angry. And you know, on top of that, the team that he supports in the Formula One sucks as well. So he gets no breaks. His life as a sporting covering person just gets no breaks. And he has to deal with me. And I wouldn't want to deal with myself, I'm very real with you, because I can be annoying sometimes. But Chelsea in this year have celebrated 3 goals since 2023. We are currently in the 10th of April.
You leave that damning statistic until the end.
Hold on, say that again, please.
They've
Jesus
celebrated 3
Christ.
goals since January 2023.
But we celebrate 4 on Saturday.
I
I've
celebrated
a
2
goal
just
in
yesterday.
Three games I haven't celebrated a goal.
So Matisse, tell us your thoughts, my brother, on the Chelsea situation.
I said it, and I'm going to say it again. And you're going to be confused, maybe, to hear this. But this is the worst team I have ever seen in my lifetime. And it's factual. In 96, Chelsea finished 11th on 50 points. That was the first ever season of 38 games being played. This Chelsea team are 11th on 39. Can anybody tell me where 11 points are coming from against United away, Brighton at home, Newcastle at home, City away, Arsenal away?
Yeah, you lot suck. You're in trouble.
6 of our 8 remaining fixtures are against teams above us.
Yeah, you ain't beat
We
anyone
have
in the top
one
10, right?
win against the top 10 all season and none against the top 6.
Who have you beat in the top 10?
Yeah, that's true. I had to ask you about that the other week.
Was it Villa? Who'd you beat in the top 10?
I don't remember.
Surely we can't be counting Villa. Surely.
Villa in the top 10 though.
We lost to Villa 2 weeks ago. What do you mean?
This is so sad, Flo.
I'm saying the reverse fixture.
I
You
don't-
played them twice, right?
Matisse, how are you a bigger meme than me? And I was supposed to be the biggest
Because
meme.
they're in 11th.
That's-
Every single
Because they're in
day-
11th. That's why.
Every
They suck.
single day,
That's why.
it's a new L for me, bro. Every
They
single
cheat.
day I do a match. We have Real Madrid on Wednesday.
Yeah.
You must
Stupid
be
question.
confident with Frank at the helm, though, right?
Yeah, but I was gonna say I'm not the brightest bulb. I'm the box.
Do you know
I'm
what?
not the
Do you know
highest.
what? Do you know what I saw today?
Yeah, go on.
Michael Carrick has his UEFA Pro license.
Mhm.
Steven Gerrard has his UEFA Pro license. Super Frankie Lampard has his UEFA A license. He doesn't even have his Pro.
You don't need the pro. You know why? Because he's proper fucking Chelsea, mate. That's why. I'm saying that's what it is, man. He's proper fucking Chelsea. You don't need no pro license. You don't need accolades and
Is John Terry his
qualifications.
assistant?
I need
That's it.
I need him to. And do you know what? He loves the club too much. He loves.
No,
how do you see this shit show and say, do you know what? I wanna come back to this. I'm
Again, back to
I'm not even questioning the board bringing him back, because I know it's PR and emotions and trying to get the fans back on side while they try and find someone serious. I'm questioning you as an individual. Where is the logic in coming back into the worst team in recent history since the games have been 38 games, right? We talk about pre-Roman. Chelsea pre-Roman were never this bad. Chelsea pre-Roman had finished 3rd, had finished 5th, had finished 6th, had won FA Cups. This is another level of shocking.
Facts.
Too many players to manage, shocking form, and the worst fixture list imaginable. Who walks
So
back
is it
into that?
Todd Bowley's fault?
You know what? Again, the question, the answer to that question is because he's proper fucking Chelsea, mate. I told you this, man. That's what Frank Lampard is, man. Super
but
Frankie
Callum Hall
Lampard.
runs
love
through his
there was
veins.
a clip of Todd Bowley just literally looking at a board and going,
Yo,
Who
Matisse,
is
how have you
proper
not only
Chelsea?
scored?
who
Matisse,
who can we get in who's proper
He
Yeah.
scored
Chelsea?
1 goal in February.
how have you only scored 29 goals in 30 league matches? What's going on?
Haaland has 30 goals. We have 29. Haaland has 30 goals. We have 29 as an entire institution. Imagine having 35 players and you've only got 29 goals.
Right, you might got more players than goals.
You got more players than goals.
A lot more.
I'll tell you something, Matisse. Frank Lampard looks fit and healthy still.
Not
I
for
would
long, not
probably
for long.
trust I would trust
Job's
Chelsea
gonna
more
stress
if
him
they
out.
play Frank Lampard as striker than Kai Havertz. I think he's probably better in front of goal than Kai, even at his age.
But let me ask you though, Matisse, Frank Lampard for permanent manager? Who says no?
We
Is
got
Todd
asked
Bowley
this
the
question on
problem?
DR. If they won the Champions League, would
Man
they then
ignored
go,
me, you know.
oh, give him another year?
Man ignored
Perhaps
me,
there is
though.
a bigger chance of
Yeah,
Megan Fox
I know.
spawning in my arms right now.
Let me tell you
than
something.
Chelsea winning
Even
it.
if he wins the Champions League, still no.
That's
Is
what
this
I'm
Todd
saying.
Bowley's
There's nothing
fault?
he can do.
Stop ducking.
Of
Is
course
this
he
Todd
has to
Bowley's-
take responsibility. Of course it's partly his fault. He sacked Tuchel for Potter.
No, I'm talking about transfers because he signed 500
Of course
players.
he
Is it
signed
his
about.
fault?
Yeah, he signed 10 players, didn't sell anyone. 35-man squad. It's a long day.
Man got more players.
Do you know
Man
what-
is
do you know
learning,
the
but
best
man is
thing that I
learning on
like?
the job. Do
Matisse.
you know? But you know what? When you come in as a new owner into the sport for the first time, taking over, and let's be real, the situation he took over from is not favorable. There's contracts running out of Rudiger and Christensen that the old regime didn't tie up. There's a lack of due diligence done in the market because you're working on networking for the first time, and you don't know Laporta's evil, devilish tricks with your deals, and you're losing every single deal to Barcelona, all these and all this stuff. Cool. I accept that it's going to be a rough ride. There's going to be some L's. Not this many L's. Right? This is a lot of L's. But how you proceed forward is very important, that the next manager is selected soon. So there is no doubt, there is no confusion about who's coming in. And also, make sure that you listen to the people you hired. If you hire a sporting director, please listen to him.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that we're overriding decisions. People that don't know what they're doing are overriding the decisions of people who are meant to know what they're doing. That doesn't make any sense. That actually doesn't make any sense.
That's the
right.
biggest
Your owners, bro, didn't bring in Tiki and say, all right, Tiki, we're going to bring you in first and then Pep after. And then when the window came around, Tiki said, okay, we need to get rid of Joe Hart. No, we're not getting rid of Joe Hart. Fuck what you have to say. Joe Hart is a golden glove.
But
right?
you know what? There's a more recent one. Arteta. The fact when Arteta wanted Aubameyang gone, the fact that the board said, really, there's no way you can solve this. There's no way I can solve this. You need to get rid of him. Okay, no problem. Right? It has to
Pep
be
and
like
Cancelo, even more recent.
Cancelo, yeah, spot on.
I kind of like Chelsea are just gonna have a roller coaster of crapness for the next 3 years.
Do you know what? Yeah, people want Felix slander. They want Sterling slander. They want Cucurella slander. We've only got 2 minutes left. Let me be completely honest. No player in their right mind can come into this environment mid-season from another country while trying to adapt to this league, trying to adapt to this system, and have to go through already 3 managers in Potter, Bruno, and Frank, a dysfunctional team and a poisonous atmosphere. Nobody can sit here and tell me that any individual that has signed recently has been given a fair crack at the whip, because they're coming into the most toxic atmosphere in history. So I'm not going to sit here and play the slander game, because at the end of the day, look at what they're dealing with. Look at what they actually have to deal with. Some of them are having to get changed outside of the changing room because there's no space. And you want me to slander anyone? Anybody who is thriving, any plant that is growing without water, fair fucking play. Enzo Fernandez and Badiashile, fair play. I don't know how you man are growing in the dark, but I'm not going to slander a plant that can't grow in the dark. I'm not going to do it. Until we get a serious manager, and we cut the squad down and Bowie relaxes himself, calms himself. We stop sacking the groundsman, sacking the physio, sacking the canteen lady, until there's some sort of calm and some sort of structure and then top manager in charge. I'm not slandering nobody. I'm not slandering nobody.
Can I just say quickly, that's why it makes sense to me that like Nagelsmann, Enrique, they won't take the job now. No one is going to take this job because there is nothing you can gain from this role at this point of the season. Nothing, right? Because you're going to come in, you're not going to get Chelsea into a position where anyone goes, fucking hell, he's turned around. Like,
I hear that, but there is one man who will take the job, and he's currently right there now. Super Frankie Lampard.
I can't wait for it. When it hits 9 o'clock, it's finished.
Matisse, you deserve this though as an institution. And Daps' day is coming one day, but you deserve this because you've been nothing but spoiled brats
hold on. Why is
for
my
the last
day coming?
20 years. Daps, relax. Just let it. It's a throwaway comment. Let it go. So Chelsea.